You say what you want about Roger Goodell, say what you want about Bud Selig, Rob Manfred, Adam Silver, David Stern, take your pick, Gary Bettman, people that we don't like, people that we criticize. There is a figurehead that makes decisions and tries, one would imagine, to steer the sport in general, the league in general, to a certain amount of success. It doesn't happen in college football. Every man for himself. Which leaves us this mess. All right, that's going to do it for me today here on the show. Thanks to executive producer Stu Kovacs. Thanks to E.J. Stewart on the Wheels of Steel. Thanks to the gang back in Los Angeles as well. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much to the CBS Sports Network on the television side of things, the whole great crew that makes this thing go, pressing buttons and pulling levers. And thanks everybody here at CBS Sports Radio. We will see you tomorrow.
The Brake Best brand family is growing at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Their new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for best domestic brake pads and rotors with vehicle-specific friction formulations, QuietTech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware for those who demand the very best when choosing their brake parts. Brake Best Select Pro, professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best and comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you. Go Pirates!
Are you ready to fall into beauty? Mark your calendar for October 2nd through the 6th to take advantage of the savings on all of Beauty Bar Medispa's services and products. Don't wait for the sale. Save time and money by scheduling your free consultation now. You can trust the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa for amazing and natural looking results. Schedule your free consultation today and mark your calendar to fall into beauty. October 2nd through the 6th. Beauty Bar Medispa. Greenville.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back. Thursday, August 31st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville with the chairman of the board.
Down at the beach club, yeah, that's where you find the one you love.
Tickets are on sale right now for only $10. Go to pr927fm.com to purchase your advance tickets.
I'd rather be in Carolina.
This year's party will honor and celebrate the life of the legendary voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles, with 100% of all tickets donated to the new Jeff Charles Scholarship at East Carolina University.
Buzzer, game over. You can paint this one purple.
If anybody asks where I'm at, gone fishing.
Arg, you ready for some football? Get your tickets now at pr927fm.com, and we'll see you Thursday, August 31st at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Picking football games against the spread is hard. Shopping at the Appliances Superstore is easy. This is Frank Lee from the Appliances Superstore, and right now we're having a big sale with 50% off open box French door refrigerators. Did you know we also offer delivery and setup when you shop with us? And if we don't have what you want, we will make a special order for you. The Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online, AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Defense!
What are you doing?
You haven't heard? Carolina Hardscapes has the best defense in Pitt County. And you know defense wins championships.
What? No. They have the best fence company in Pitt County.
Wait, they do fencing now?
That's right. Just give them a call at 364-1201 and they'll get the job done right. And don't forget, they still do patios, pools, and mulch.
Wow, now that's a championship caliber company. Carolina Hardscapes. Enjoy the outdoors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
East Carolina girls are the best in the world.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Superstitious beers. Superstitious beers. How about those friggin' pirates? It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Go Pirate Radio.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com, and be a part of our show today. Watch the show and chime in on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and drop a comment, question, whatever you got for us on this Tuesday, as we've got a lot to get to on Pirate Radio Live. We got Mack McCarthy joining us hour number 1. Mike Mullis wants in on the conversation as well. He missed last week, so I guess he's doubling down today. He'll be here in about 30 minutes, and we'll talk to Mully on into hour number 2 as well. Also in hour number 2, our Fleet Feet Rundown. We have got ECU football practice audio, day 1 of pads today. So we'll hear what Mike Houston had to say following that. He highlighted a lot of individuals today as he spoke to the media. So we'll bring you all of that in hour 2 and hour 3 when Bryce Williams, former ECU tight end, joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. So we are packed. We're going to be packed every day until the end of the year now that football is around. And it's a lot of fun to be here and a lot of fun to have you joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here. The Stash, a.k.a. DB, a.k.a. Intern Dan, a.k.a. Danny Beal, is back as well. Good to see you, DB. Chandler is to my left. Hello, Chan man.
Hey, Clipper. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, HT to you.
HT.
And Coach Mack is back. Mack McCarthy joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios to kick off a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Coach Mack, always great to see you.
I'm glad to be here. And has anything been going on in college sports since last Tuesday?
Let's think about it.
I hadn't really paid attention. In fact, Shirley, do we have a clip from last Tuesday? Because I hadn't really been paying attention to what's been going on in the world, Coach. So I know we talked to you last Tuesday and talked about
Is this the part where you show the predictions I had?
I just remember we talked about the state of things.
Don't jump to conclusions, Coach.
Everything was happening, but nothing was happening. But what is happening? And right now, nothing's happening. But something was happening, and
because for some reason you wrote Mike McCarthy. not Mack McCarthy. And I'm like, why is this not showing up?
Yeah, the Colorado coach, right? Was that his name?
Rodney Dangerfield. His name was McCartney.
McCartney.
Okay.
No respect, Shirley. No respect.
Hey, what did Mike have to say last week, Shirley?
I think the Pac-12 survives this. Everybody's writing them off. There's nowhere for them to go.
So, Coach, I haven't been paying attention. Everything good?
They still got a chance.
You're like Lloyd Christmas, so you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying those four might get together and pull the fat out of the fire. We'll see.
My goodness.
Since those comments, Coach,
yes,
it's been the Pac-12, and just 1 week removed, it is the Pac-4.
Yeah, they went 9, then they went 6, and now they're 4.
To your point, I thought you had a good point that if these conferences wanted these schools, they would have got them. But they now this stemmed from the contract, the TV talks, right? And it did not go the way they thought it was going to go, and said, "I'm out." Was there no exit fees either for these schools? I believe I heard that they could just go willingly.
There were no exit fees.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
thank Larry Scott for that.
Yeah.
Larry Scott gets blamed for a lot of things. Anything I mess up, I'm going to blame it on Larry Scott because there's a good chance he had something to do with it. But yeah, that it is crazy. And they all agreed, and then they got to looking at the deal and said, nope. And then when Washington and Oregon skipped the meeting, Arizona State and Utah said, we're out of here too.
Yeah. So in kind of that order, I believe, went Oregon and Washington to Big Ten, and around the same time Arizona to the Big 12.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that it was Utah and Arizona State to the Big 12.
Right.
And is that it?
Yes.
That's all the jumps. So the Forgotten Four, Oregon State, Washington State, Cal, Stanford. Today the talk was the ACC potentially meeting about the viability of adding Cal and Stanford.
You want me to go ahead and say they're not coming?
Go ahead. Just so we can play it next week.
Next Tuesday. I can't wait to hear.
No way they'll take them.
When Cal and Duke renewing the old rivalry of when Jason Kidd knocked Duke out of the tournament all those years ago.
How about this, though? I mean, this could be the best year in Pac-12 history. With all the quarterbacks they've got,
they've got
good teams. Washington is good. Oregon is good. Southern Cal is good. UCLA could be very good. Oregon State and Washington State are both good. This could be. I mean, look at the quarterbacks they've got. They've got a bunch of first-round draft choices, and we're going to celebrate it by saying, "Okay, thanks for playing."
You know what I'm going to miss that nobody else is? That
Bill Walton.
Nah.
Come on, man.
I mean, I'm take it or leave it. What? He'll still be doing
You must
something.
go to bed before he comes on.
He's fine. He's okay. But it's basketball. It's that Wednesday after sports trivia of conference tournament week. I always know that when I go home that Wednesday night, there will be a Pac-12 tournament game on. It's like the only game on. I'm going to miss my late night hoops in March.
That's true.
You going to miss that, Chandler?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the biggest thing about the conference realignment, because, I mean, we've talked about it. I'm not big into it because you've said it multiple times, but, like, it has nothing to do with East Carolina.
Nothing good.
And nothing good with East Carolina. It usually means that East Carolina's going to be left in the dust. I mean, hopefully I'm incorrect with that statement, but I'm like you. I don't mess with March Madness.
Yeah, right now I'm just hoping they don't mess
with March Madness, because that is the only thing that we kind of look forward to despite this conference realignment. So just don't mess with our March Madness.
I didn't realize this, Coach, but they already messed with tradition when it came to the Rose Bowl. Those games are going to be playoff games in the future, and not Big Ten versus Pac-12 anyway. So if anybody is upset and angry you're not going to get that nostalgia factor with the Rose Bowl, Big Ten, Pac-12, it wasn't going to happen anyway before all this realignment.
The Rose Bowl hadn't been the same since they played it at Wallace Wade Stadium.
You just wanted to throw in that little trivia nugget, which is a great nugget, by the way. All right, we got some comments rolling in. Jamie says Tuesday, the best day. Jerry says Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you.
Happy Tuesday, Jerry.
Kaz also says Happy Tuesday. You want to say Happy Tuesday to him?
HT, Kaz. HT.
Jamie says, when's the next Coach Mack podcast?
That's a good question.
Very soon. We working on a date with Shirley as we speak.
All right, Jamie, I will ask your questions later on this hour with Coach Mack. Randolph says he's at the gym listening to us. That's good pump-up gym music. My voice and Coach Mack and Chandler Honeycutt.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You got this. You got this, Randolph.
One
you
more.
got this. One more.
Do another one.
One more. Come on.
And wipe that machine down, please.
Jack said, now you can have big noon kickoff with West Coast teams before they wake up. Yeah, it's gonna be strange.
Pac-12 after dark.
Pac-12
no
before
more after this year.
Pac-12 before sun is the new. They're going the opposite way now.
Brunch. Pac-12 brunch.
Eric says, hell, football hasn't been the same since it started being played at Wallace Wade.
Fact.
Jamie said, would love to see Clip on Coach Mack's podcast in the hot seat being interviewed. No, thank you.
Oh.
Coach Mack's trying to bring
I would love
entertaining.
What about me?
Yeah, get Chandler instead of me. That's good. Kenneth is listening.
Here, I'm a former long snapper.
He is, Coach. You got a question?
I've got
for
stories to tell.
Kenneth is listening from Fayetteville. Thanks for tuning in today, Kenneth. What's the frequency, Kenneth? 92.7. Coach Mack, who's saying what's the frequency, Kenneth? What band?
Oh, gosh.
I know the answer to this one.
They also performed Everybody Hurts. And
Shall I say it?
Go ahead, Shirley.
REM.
Yeah. You REM guy?
No way.
Yeah.
Well, you do realize that song was based off of a phrase that was uttered when Dan Rather was attacked.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
What is the album that song was in?
Was it in or on?
Or on, sorry.
I don't know.
The album,
oh, yeah.
You guys know some
What's something that you're scared of under your bed as a kid?
it's Night something.
It's Monster.
Monster.
Oh, Monster.
Monster.
That's correct.
Oh, I'm
Dust
thinking
Bunnies.
Night Swimming is one of their songs.
What's the frequency, Kenneth, was the phrase. Did Dan Rather get shot or attacked on the streets?
I thought he was just attacked.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he wasn't shot.
We're getting a little off track here, Coach. Reel us back in. This will never happen on the Coach Mack podcast.
Yeah, it could. We could go off the rails. We didn't on the first one, but we've got that potential.
If you can keep Meador from going off the rails, I'd say you're a pretty good host.
Yeah, he got in a little trouble, but for the most part, he did okay.
Jack says, imagine you're on the West Coast, you fall asleep with the Fox channel on, you wake up to Gus Johnson screaming into the mic at volume 99.
All right, I'll be asleep.
Good morning.
I'll be asleep. You'll be Gus Johnson.
Bacon and eggs.
Whoa.
It's Rutgers and UCLA. Big Ten.
You know, and transitioning from the announcer thing, nobody agrees on anything with the realignment, right? And nobody certainly agrees with anything to do with politics, which we certainly will avoid. But everybody does agree on one thing in America, that the Oriole announcer got screwed.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Not one person in America thinks he didn't get screwed.
I don't know if there's more to the story, but I don't know if there is.
Well, see, here's the interesting part about the story. Now, when that story came out, they said, why did it take so long for us to find out about this, this, that, and the third? And they said, well, because he continued to do a couple of games after that. You know why? Because the other broadcaster was reprimanded for not wearing team gear
on the radio.
On the radio.
So Kevin
Brown
TV
was
guy.
filling in for him.
Kevin Brown's a TV guy who got suspended from his TV duties for reeling off stats about the Rays and their dominance over Baltimore. He serves his suspension, but has to fill in for a radio guy getting suspended, who was suspended for not wearing his Orioles team gear while on the radio,
where he cannot be seen.
I will like to say I'm wearing my Pirate Radio gear on the radio today, and we'll talk about what Danny Beal's wearing at some point.
But it's been crazy, especially yesterday afternoon and late last night, getting on Twitter and seeing the many different broadcast teams throughout the MLB. Every single team has their own broadcast, but it seems like I saw at least 6 or 7 videos. There's probably more out there of them defending Kevin Brown.
All kinds of folks.
And talking about how stupid of the decision was by the owner. Apparently, it's the owner of the Orioles that people are getting on. Angelos. But there is a big fight for Kevin Brown to be back in the booth for the Baltimore Orioles.
Which he is returning, right, Shirley? Did you see that? I think returning this Friday, something like that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I believe I read that on X.
Gary Cohen had a... Oh, sorry. Coach Mack, go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
Coach Mack, go ahead.
Go ahead with that stash.
Both of y'all at the same time. Go.
I was going to say Gary Cohen, the Mets guy, with Keith Hernandez last night, had a great, 2.5-minute rant about
went
how,
off, yeah.
Oh, it was awesome to listen to because he was backing him up. He was saying, Orioles, you dug your own grave when you fired Johnny Miller, and now you're just embarrassing yourself by further going through this entire tirade of just baseless suspensions.
People who don't even pay any attention to sports or know anything about sports were upset about that. And I'll give you a great example. Even Troy heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
He tweeted about it.
Yeah, I did see that. You're right.
I forgot about that guy.
When that hits his radar, you know it's a big deal.
If you're going to suspend the broadcast, you might as well suspend the graphics guy and the producer for even bringing it up in the first place.
He didn't make his own graphics, right?
But here's the sad thing if you're an Orioles fan, is for the years on end of bad baseball, of just embarrassing baseball, and you finally get to the level of success, and you're at this point where you're looking at the playoffs straight in the face,
best team,
and
in
you
the American
make headlines not because of your success, but you're making headlines because of a stupid decision by the owner suspending your broadcaster for stating facts. I mean, it's an embarrassment. You're finally succeeding in Major League Baseball, and you're making headlines for the wrong reasons.
Not only were they facts, but he put it in a positive light. Look where we are. Look how well we're doing.
Look where we have come from.
To what's going on.
I said that yesterday, and I tell you what, Kevin Brown's going to end up winning in all this because, like you said, Coach, nobody agrees on everything in any topic, but in this case they do agree that he was wronged, and if he was to get fired he'd get picked up immediately, but he's not because I think everybody's going to have his side on this thing.
Well, he gets so many other games on other networks anyway, it really doesn't matter, and like you said, somebody will hire him just because of this.
I was listening to a show.
He's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
Another Syracuse grad.
Apparently he does he do a lot of like ESPN softball and stuff like that? I heard that on another show.
Yeah,
today.
he does basketball. He does a little bit of everything.
But I was waiting. I remember the first day I saw it. What was this, yesterday? 2 days ago? I can't remember. But I remember the tweet saying, these are the comments that got this guy suspended. And I'm sitting there waiting for a cuss word or like a slur or something. Yeah. And it finally got to the end of the video, and I'm saying, what did he say? What did he do? And then I thought to myself, I guess it's the negativity of, and I'll put this in quotations, the negativity.
I watched
of what he
it
was
twice before I even caught anything.
Jack says if he does get fired, I know of an opening.
Oh, there you go.
Hey-o!
Shirley, can you find the Josh Moylan home run again? I think you had it on social media, didn't you? Or did you save it? If so, I want to hear that again.
Okay, give me a second to pull it up here.
I don't know if any of you guys are on Twitter listening, but Carter Cunningham had a great tweet about how there's nothing that'll get you more fired up than whispering in a library calling a guy's first career big league home run. What are you talking about?
I got it.
It was
There's
awesome.
a drive-in. That'll be a home run.
I nominate this guy to be ECU's next play-by-play voice. Here he is calling Josh Moylan's first ever professional home run.
Pitch is crushed into right center, way back, gone. And the Tarpons take a 1-0 lead via homer from Josh Moylan.
This is my favorite part, just silence.
As Josh is rounding third, he's coming home, taking a leisurely stroll.
Moylan across the plate.
Moylan across
Once again, Tampa will take an early lead.
What is he, teeing off on 17 at the Masters? What is he doing?
I don't know.
I'll give him credit. That was a pretty good home run trot. He had him going for a while there.
Oh, yeah.
What team?
So this is Florida League. What, Shirley, Danny?
No, this is Tampa Tarpons,
So
which
it's
is the single-A affiliate of the Yankees.
I wonder if the Tarpons guy got suspended for saying negative things about the Tarpons, and they just had to say, hey, can you go in there and do a broadcast for us for one game?
I believe this is the Bradenton team.
Man.
And I believe that this is the announcer for Bradenton. This is not the Tampa Tarpons announcer.
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like Todd Graffinini when
dejected Todd Graffanini.
When B.J. Tyson hit that shot to go
Shirley,
into
find
overtime.
me some Todd Graffanini calling B.J. Tyson. It might be in sports bar. I don't know. But I need some Todd Graff. What a call there. Just can you imagine? But speaking of imagining, I think it was Eric. Can you get some Gus Johnson on Eric's breakfast call there, Chandler?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, hit it real quick.
Hash browns, like out my egos.
Thank you, Gus. You like Gus, Coach?
Coffee, yes, please.
Spencer
no
Smith.
sugar.
Spencer Smith of the Marauders.
Okay, it's the Marauders. Okay.
Bradenton Marauders.
Why you gotta say the guy's name?
You called him out like that? And they're going to hear this. And
if we're going to hire him, I got to know who he is.
Okay, here it is. I got it.
All right, let's hear Todd Graffanini. I believe this is B.J. Tyson forcing overtime.
Yep.
All right.
Barkley trying to get it in, throws a baseball pass. It's taken by Tyson, who throws up a prayer, and it goes in with 0.8 to go. I don't believe it.
Listen to this.
I do not believe what I just saw. I don't believe it.
That's funny.
You know the main reason he was upset?
Well, it was
flight delayed.
It was late.
Yeah.
They were going to be out of there even later.
Yep.
I mean, he had another overtime to go, and there was no telling how many overtimes there was going to be. So he thought he was out of there.
By the way,
it was a prayer.
Tulane won that game, unfortunately. But Todd Graffanini, who is now the voice of the Pelicans and a friend of the show, we need to catch up with Todd before another NBA season. Cool dude. You know him at all?
I know who he is, but I do not know him.
He is. He's a crazy dude, but a great announcer. All right, we need to take a break. We covered a lot of a little bit there. I feel like we hit a lot of areas.
I feel like we definitely hit a top discussion with the Kevin Brown situation that's been talked about all over social media, especially Twitter.
United the country.
That is uniting the country for sure. Conference realignment, of course.
I think something else that can bring this country together, aliens. If we all get together.
Not in my backyard.
If we can all get together and push our hate towards one thing, let's make it aliens. Who's with me?
I thought you were going to say we would love them.
I was curious to see where you were going with that.
Let's bring everybody together and love the aliens.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to hate the aliens.
I'll figure it out during the break. We'll be back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted number one by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Are you one of the estimated 17 million people in the U.S. suffering from dry eye disorders that are not resolved using over-the-counter or prescription eye drops? Ask Arc Point Labs about Serum Tears, a natural dry eye solution. At Arc Point Labs, Serum Tears are tailor-made for you from a quick blood draw, providing a sterile and natural option to help those with dry eye conditions. Contact your ophthalmologist or optometrist for a prescription or contact Arc Point Labs to help you find one. Visit Arc Point Labs' new location on Dixon Avenue near the intersection of Arlington Boulevard or schedule online at arcpointlabs.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home home services partner.
August 8th is National CBD Day, and at your CBD store, they celebrate all month long. Buy one full-size gummy product, get one gummy starter pack for free. Just mention the code CBD Day. They have award-winning products for sleep, anxiety, pain, and wellness, and even pets. Check out their new Delta gummies and seltzers, new THCA pre-rolls and vapes, plus new gifts and accessories. So stop by today. Your CBD store, 428 East Arlington Boulevard, between Duck Donuts and Jet's Pizza. Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Kim McNeil, head women's basketball coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit stroudsmarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Super Tuesday. Clip Rock, Chandler Honeycutt, Coach Mack McCarthy here in the Pirate Radio studios. Mully Man going to join us in just a moment. We'll also let you see what Danny Beal decided to wear today. But right now, joining us in the Pirate Radio studios with breaking news that I'm not even aware of is Jonathan Ellerby. Hello, yes. Ellerby.
What's up, Clipper? Thanks for letting me jump on. Coach Mack didn't mean to take any of your airtime here, but
anytime.
Some exciting breaking news. We're a week away from the Jeff Charles raffle, and it has officially sold out.
All right.
Wow. I wanted to thank the Pirate Nation and everybody that bought the 200 tickets. We've officially raised $10,000 now for the Jeff Charles Scholarship to endow that at the ECU School of Communications. So it's going to be an exciting event at UBE next week. There's still an opportunity if you want to donate to that scholarship. We're going to have a link out here later, but thanks to everybody that has stepped up and helped make that kick off the scholarship in that 50-50 raffle. So super excited to be telling you guys that news. And of course, the next event people can also participate is the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. You can buy tickets to that, and we're going to donate all that money to this scholarship as well. But very excited to get that email just moments ago and thought I would share it with you guys and the Pirate Nation.
Next Tuesday, the 15th at UBE, 7 o'clock, Ellerby?
6 to 8.
6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and the raffle winners will be announced.
Yeah, you don't have to be present to win, so anybody that bought a ticket will not have to be present there. If you would like to attend that event and would like to make a donation, as I said, we'll have we'll be taking donations that night, or we'll also have a link out on our social media, and I know on the ECU Foundation social media later on. So still plenty of room to make more donations to this great cause to remember the voice. So very happy that everybody helped participate in this, and it'll be exciting Tuesday next week, as 2 people will walk away with $5,000. So appreciate everyone's support, and just wanted to jump on real quick and let everybody know. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Ellery.
Awesome stuff.
Very cool.
We will see you next Tuesday at UBE. Mully, Ellery, tag Mully in, and he can come in now. Jack says, before you guys made the Gus Johnson bits, I absolutely could not stand him. But now I'm kind of excited to hear this guy scream on the mic. So thank you guys for this. This is an interesting exercise. Tell us people that you don't like, can't stand, hate, and we'll try to make you like them. I'll take that challenge.
I hope that Gus Johnson notices that his ratings are going to go up this college football season, and maybe NFL if he still does that. And he's going to wonder, all right, why are my ratings going up? And hopefully somebody tells him it's because of Clip Brock and Chandler Honeycutt on Pirate Radio. And then
just a couple of guys in Eastern North Carolina appreciating him for what he is. Pike says he's looking forward to winning the raffle. He bought his ticket on the first day. He said, I plan on spending the money on Pirate Club and season tickets for years to come. All right.
Good for you, Chad.
Mully Man is here. Hey, Mully.
What's up, buddy?
How are your ratings?
They've had good, I guess.
Always high, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Everybody likes it.
I mean, you are a part of the most favorite day of the week on Pirate Radio Live.
Okay, thank you.
According to Jamie.
The Mack, Mully, Bryce lineup, very, very popular amongst the fans. Jansen says, all right, here's one. Joe Buck. He says, try to get him to like Joe Buck. Anybody?
I don't really have a problem with Joe Buck.
I don't have a problem with Joe Buck. I just don't have his impersonation.
I'm not a huge Joe Buck fan.
Look, as far as it goes with announcers, like there are some that separate themselves from the pack, and everybody else is kind of just calling the game. And then you get hold of somebody, you're like, now that dude's terrible. But most of the time, it's all, I mean, you know, it's okay.
It's not going to make me like change a channel.
No, that's right. I guess that's what I'm getting at. You know, you got the Vin Scully, Jim Nantz, some guys that kind of separate themselves. But
there are people I mute.
Yeah, now I will mute a game like an ESPN Plus game or something and just cut the radio on.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, and so, but no,
Clip, can I hear why you don't like Joe Buck?
For a long time, it was just his like the David Tyree catch. And it's like Manning throws it, caught. Tyree just wasn't much there.
I feel like he's always been much more into baseball than he has football, and I think that's partially because of his dad.
He's got some dramatic.
But I really only think of him as a baseball guy, to be honest with you.
Which sucks because I feel like ESPN missed out on having him on Sunday Night Baseball. Doing Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Baseball would be awesome for him.
Yeah,
but I feel like everybody has that one. That one guy for me is Ian Eagle. I hate Ian Eagle, but Joe Buck, I don't know what it is, and my dad's the same way. Whenever we would used to watch Patriot games or even any like football game, if he's on, I'm like, I just can't stand him.
Well, first off, his name's freaking Ian. I mean, it should be.
Yeah.
So if you change Ian to Ian, there's a reason not to like him.
That's a fair point.
I mean, that in and of itself is
when
like,
it was him.
Come on, man.
When it was him and Dan Fouts, it was unbearable to me. I don't know what it was. Luckily, Dan Fouts isn't on the.
Not a huge Fouts guy. I can see that.
But Ian Eagle just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. I don't know how you can like Gus though. If you don't like Gus, you're just un-American almost.
Do you like Gus, Mully?
Gus
Johnson?
No, I don't. I really couldn't care any less.
It's just electric calls. I mean, I don't know how that doesn't.
Who's your all-time favorite?
I mean, it'd have to be like it'd be a baseball guy. I mean, you know,
most of those guys would rather do baseball than anything.
I think so.
I work with so many guys doing basketball. All of them would rather do baseball.
Why is that?
It's much easier to call, I would say.
More laid back, I guess.
Well, because you've got breaks between actions. But it also gives a lot of time for narrative. So, you know, when we're talking about what could happen, what the possibilities are here, you know, there's a lot of there's a lot of opportunity for you to kind of paint your color to talk about what the possibilities are. I mean,
I think that's a skill.
If your mind goes that way.
The late, great Jeff Charles was much better, I thought, at football and basketball than he was baseball.
And I would bet if he were here to answer that, I would bet he would not be a guy that loved to do baseball.
He loves the sport of baseball.
But the speed of the call, if you're, I mean, play-by-play, even doing play-by-play of baseball, it's very difficult to feel the wind-up, the pitch, strike one, breaking ball, but it's very choppy.
Did you hear the riveting play we had earlier?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'd heard that before. Yeah. It was almost like he was being like a smart ass when he was making that call. Like it was just completely like.
Well, it made more sense when you found out he was the opposing radio.
Wonder if somebody got on him for, hey, remember who you work for, or, previously in the year. Maybe he got a little animated for somebody else's home run. And
so
he's
he
like,
overcompensated.
He's like, all right, I'm going to show them.
And Angelos fired him.
Yeah, really. Somebody came in there to make sure he had a pulse. Because that thing was, he was pretty well flatlined.
It was sad.
That call.
Jansen says, Buck is tolerable in baseball. Football, I'd rather listen to that minor league baseball commenter from earlier. Jack says, Beth Mowens is the worst announcer in all of sports. She might be worse than the Vandy Whistler.
All right, slow your roll. I heard that in person. That's not enjoyable whatsoever.
No, that Vandy Whistler takes it to another level of aggravating.
Jamie says Mack and Mully would be a great show.
I agree. Well, here we are.
No complaints here.
I'm tied up till about 4.
Here we are. Well, hey, I've got the 4 to 4:30 slot. What are you doing?
There
what
we
are you
go.
doing then?
Can I leave?
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like.
All right. Awesome. Take over, Mully.
Won't be the first time. Go ahead, Clip. Here we go.
Your thoughts, Mully? Conference realignment. What are we doing? Where are we going? What's going to happen?
22 teams secede from the union to play football, and if anybody had any sense, the non-revenue sports would go regional, would be my take. So football, basketball go do their thing. Non-revenue sports play a regional schedule.
I would not mind. How do you feel about that model, Coach?
I'd be for half of that. I'd be for football just doing their own thing, and everybody else stay together. Because the basketball, you play so many games. That travel is a beast.
Can you imagine an East Coast West Coast conference or East Coast West Coast where you're if the Pac-4 does merge with the ACC and you're having to run out there to play?
And if Clip mentioned earlier, and I want him to be right, don't mess with March Madness. Don't mess with it at all.
I would like ECU to have a basketball season where they play VCU, Richmond, Wofford, Winthrop, like those teams.
No,
App State, Coastal, whoever.
A lot of what you're citing there was partially the old CAA, right? I mean, that's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
I don't. And think about a baseball schedule like that. Well, I mean, there's some really good programs. And look, take your hitter, your kind of flyer trip once or twice a year to go play somebody on the West Coast.
ECU's played UCLA and Washington, right?
Right.
Baseball.
Arizona State back in the day. I remember that one. So cool, but just think of the regional draw and how especially the Pirate fans, if it's a 2-3 hour drive, they're going to light that place up every time that there's a pitch thrown as it relates to baseball. So, I mean, it's some really interesting. Again, it would rekindle some of those. Some of us that are trending towards 50, it brings back some of those thoughts of teams that you kind of grew up watching East Carolina play.
People talk a lot about the Olympic sports and the travel and all that kind of thing. One thing I haven't heard him mention is you also have rainouts.
100%.
You could go to the West Coast twice and never play a game and spend a fortune.
That's right.
Well, this was different. It was COVID, right, Danny? But were you on the trip to Houston where you guys went out there, never played?
Yeah, we. That was just a complete disaster from the start. We went out there and then practiced Thursday night. Supposed to play Friday, because we were in a 4-game series for conference because we couldn't play weekday games. So we went supposed to play 2 Friday, 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday, and practice Thursday night. Get back to the hotel and it's like, hey, there could be a situation here, and we didn't really know whether it was COVID or something had happened like at the university or something. And then wake up Friday morning, they had kind of given us the notion that we weren't going to play. Wake up Friday morning, and it's like, yeah, boys, we're going to scrimmage Friday, scrimmage Saturday, fly home Saturday night, have Sunday off, and then go from there. And we just literally,
that was it.
Gavin versus Wiz, and then I don't even remember who pitched Saturday, but it was literally just like in, out, yep, nothing to see here.
Now that's COVID, but like you said, Mac, Maryland could fly out to California. And
let's also not
get earthquaked out.
Let's also not take for granted, like in this football being a little separate, and even if it were to be basketball, the expectation would be if you did that, you have to charter, right? But think about the travel situation right now. Just trying to get across the country. When do you leave? If you're going to play Friday night, 7:00 first pitch, you got to leave. You got to leave Wednesday to make sure you get there because we've seen the travel situation.
We see that with ECU baseball.
It wasn't just ECU. I mean, there was several situations. Two specifically, just trying to get into Wichita. You add on, there's so many complications there that just don't make sense. And even if they build in the TV revenue or even if the quote unquote money is there, we're never going to be in a position where the money is really there, like the Big Ten.
They were talking about comparing it to the NFL. That happens in the NFL. Well, the NFL, if San Francisco is playing 2 East Coast games, they stay here.
That's right.
They stay here. They don't have any classes, and everybody, they got online classes and all that. I mean, what is the college experience like? I mean, if all you take is online classes,
student athlete, then athlete. That's what Coach Gottman always says. But Mully, did you see what Eli Drinkwitz had to say the other day?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Yeah, and he's exactly right. Did you guys see that, head coach at Missouri? And I don't think anything he said was even kind of even bumped the line of being out of line. I mean, he was dead on. What are we thinking about when we do these things? And he cites a team plays and they got to get back. They get back at 4 a.m, which would be very routine. It wouldn't even be realistic. But they play, they got to get on a plane, they got to travel back. 4 a.m, they show up, they got to be in class at 8. That happens in isolated situations now where the travel just gets kind of quirky. But that would be the norm.
Well, who's he talking to? His own administration?
He's talking to the NCAA at large. I don't think in his tonation, Coach, tell me what you thought. I don't think he's overly thrilled with the fact of the entire situation.
No, and he brought up the fact that, the transfer portal was closed, but apparently there are no rules for the transfer portal when it comes to ADs and commissioners and conferences. You can do anything, anytime.
Well, and he also makes the point, Clip, kind of, or back to your point about, them going to the SEC and the travel involved. He's like, look, for football, it's not a big deal. We charter, it's not. He's talking about the teams that can't charter and are flying commercial. That's a whole different dynamic. What do you have to add a travel agent to each? I mean, I know you have your ops folks, but they can't do but so much.
Which is why I wouldn't hate kind of a reset here with what we do with other sports outside of football.
100%. And it's not like that doesn't exist now. When you've got Florida in a conference with East Carolina and women's lacrosse, right? I mean, and those things there used to be, and I don't know if it still exists, but a buddy of mine whose wife was a gymnast at Carolina, they were in what I think was called the Eagle Conference, and it was like them, Georgia, South Carolina. I mean, it was a very regional conference, and they had great schools to compete against, had great meets, matches. I don't know what the correct term would be for gymnastics, but and everybody survived. I mean, it was fine. You know what I mean? It was. It almost makes too much sense.
And each year that I've been here for baseball, we've had at least one incident of travel, whether it be the Houston one we just mentioned. Last year when we won the conference tournament, there was a group of about 15 of us that didn't get back till, I think, 6 in the morning the next day before the selection show. And then this year, which we also kind of half mentioned, was the Wichita State episode where we flew to Dallas and then had to bus all the way up to Wichita because of the flight issues when we had to go on a bus made in the 1950s. And it puts a lot of pressure on the ops guys nonetheless, but it just creates such a disaster all around for not only our team, but you think of, like we just said, Emily, like all teams but football have to deal with this kind of thing.
And and Coach, you've been places where you're not traveling out of a major metropolitan area, which adds a whole. So I mean, those additional considerations. All right, do we just in East Carolina scenario? Is it just safer to, other than charter? Let's just bus to Raleigh every time. There's no guarantees there. You're almost better to say, all right, if we're going to bus to Raleigh, let's keep rolling and go to Charlotte because it gives you more options. But I don't know. Danny, back to your point, I don't know how, Blake in the situation of baseball or any of these ops people, all they're trying to do is manage the downside because it is inevitable. And we're just talking about East Carolina. This This is like the epidemic that's not being seen with all of this is how do you figure the logistics just to make it not even practical, just to make it work? I'm asking.
I don't have answers.
No.
The question people listening to us want answered is, where does ECU football end up in all this? What happens with the American? What's going to happen with these 4 out there, Coach Mack? Where are they going?
Well, I'm not sure, but I still think they're staying together, right?
Hey, stick with Pac-4, baby.
I'm dying on that hill, baby. The Pac-4.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
They've got to go to the mountain to the Mountain West, don't they?
Yeah, but is the brand Pac whatever worth something to television?
Meaning,
can they take the top teams in the Mountain?
Yeah,
West?
we'll get together. We'll just change the name.
Yeah.
We'll call it the Pac whatever.
Yeah,
Pac, just
we're not going to call it the Mountain
West, right?
Yeah.
Mountain Pac.
Well, that was kind of like the Pac Mountain or Pac West.
Pacton.
I don't know. Yeah, but when the whole thing, the AAC folks are reaching out. That's a call that's not even worth. That's like me recruiting the number 1 player in the country, knowing I have no chance.
Here's the answer to Clip's question. What's going to happen? When we will find out is 2026. That's when the 12-team playoff is up for renegotiation. Now, one of 2 things can happen there. One is it stays like it is. 3 things. One, it stays like it is. That ain't going to happen because you're not going to have 6 automatic bids. You can go to 12, the 12 best. That's likely to happen. Mm-hmm. The other possibility that would be disastrous for East Carolina and many, many others is the SEC and the Big Ten said, "The hell with everybody else. We're going. We're going to have our own playoff."
Well, your option 2 is it's not disastrous, but it's kind of the same scenario because I don't see one of those outsiders being top 12.
But
anyway.
you still have access, though. You still have the possibility.
And here's what I would say too, Coach, on that. And anybody correct me if I'm wrong. As long as you're at least affiliated with those teams that have a chance to have access, at least there's revenue share.
Yeah.
If they just carve out those 22, 24 programs and they say, hey, we're going to do our own deal, not only will they have all the money generated by that, they're also going to have all the money that people were willing to spend on playoff football.
I was worried at the time this came out that it was almost too good to be true. Like, wow, okay, so highest group of 5, whatever you want to call it, team gets that wins their championship is in this playoff. Awesome, sign me up. What's the catch? I guess the catch is that it might not be around very long. I don't even know if it's going to make it.
I bet we don't see it.
I don't even know if we'll see it at all. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I do.
I think we will at least see it a couple years.
Yeah. Now they could change the.
How are your predictions going lately?
Well,
so far he's
play the tape again.
I was 0 for 1 on the one you played. Everybody's writing them off. There's nowhere for him to go.
Oh man.
A week ago today.
I was wondering, I even talked to people like, Mack and I can jab him a little bit. Should I play this? And I was like, I got to do it.
No, he's been busting me since I started coming on here.
You know what?
He only remembers the games we lost.
Well, that's right. The thing is, you said one thing that wasn't right, and he's going to it's going to live forever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Shirley, did you say Mike Houston out of context? Mike Houston broke down today's practice, and my goodness, folks. What did he say?
There's a ton of mistakes. There's guys that screwed up.
Oh my gosh,
we're in shambles.
That's not good.
It's bad. Suspend him.
That's not good.
We won't again this year. Punched in the nose.
You know what? This is the normal trend, right? So Pirate fans don't panic. You start off the first couple days of practice and everything's good because everybody's energized and we're bouncing around, we're flying around, everybody's excited. And after every practice, you go, "Hey, we had a great first day."
No, but I did take that out of context. His next line was, "Loved the effort. It was awesome."
Right, and that's all. That is kind of where I'm going.
Okay,
it's the same. It doesn't matter the sport. You go, if you go out there the first day and you walk back in your locker room, you look at your coaching staff and go, "Boys, we suck. It's going to be a long year." If you feel that way day one, fire your recruiting people and let's regroup and somebody start working the portal because we're in bad shape.
Yeah, and you'll hear the full context of that quote where he was very positive about his team. But you talking there did remind me of years of Scotty Montgomery and great practices.
But it's very. It
turns out when you're practicing against not a great team, you can look.
That's right.
Good.
Well, and it is the coupling of being honest with your fan base, like Coach did there. Hey, listen, we made some mistakes. It was, but we got after it. And what do you say? Hey, guys, we're going to make mistakes. Let's just make them full tilt. If we're going to make a mistake, let's make them full tilt.
Yeah.
Talking about coaches and what they say, I heard Shook Jordan one time. He was legendary at Auburn for saying this, and he'd get in a coaches meeting. You've been in millions of them, and they'd say, "This guy can't play. This guy's awful. This guy's terrible," and he would inevitably say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." They could play when you signed them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And that's always, typically the head guy, you're going to look at the boy, you're like, man, we don't have any arms. Why don't we have any arms? Well, you were in the field all summer. Why do we not have any arms? You better make them better.
We got to take a break. We'll come back more with Coach Mack and Mully Man here on a Tuesday. Got a few questions to ask you guys. If you got any more, you can pop them in real quick. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and keep the chat rolling. More to go after this.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
The legendary Winterville Watermelon Festival is coming up August 24th through the 27th, presented by the Town of Winterville, WITN, WRNS, and Food Line. The festival will feature activities the whole family can enjoy, including amusement rides, food and commercial vendors, a beer garden on Saturday night, and much more. There will also be a watermelon eating contest and live music performances throughout the weekend. This year's Saturday Night Watermelon Jam concert features the Marshall Tucker Band. Get your concert tickets and all the other information at watermelonfest.com. That's watermelonfest.com. You won't want to miss it.
With US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not going to like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Bellhaven, and Greenville.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is a great time to shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Hi, it's Russell, and we have a lot going on at the store. All of our women's summer merchandise is now 1/2 price. All of our summer men's apparel is reduced 30 to 50%. This is a great time to save big and get a preview of fall. Selection and sizes are still good. Football season is fast approaching, and we want to be your clothing source for game day, so keep us in mind. It's all about you, our pirate-loving friends at Russell's in downtown Washington.
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Irving says, Sunbelt question. Should we get an invite? I wonder if the savings in travel costs would make the bottom line revenue comparable to where we are now in the soon-to-be revamped AAC. Well, that's the question. If it makes sense money-wise, then you do it. But if the money is better in the AAC, much better than the Sunbelt, and that covers the extra travel you would do in the AAC, then you stick with wherever you're making the most money. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right. And honestly, I don't know right now why would the Sunbelt be interested. I mean, I don't.
Well, if the Mountain Pack whatever starts bringing in like an SMU or teams from the AAC, they're going to have to do something. I don't. It's a whole domino thing,
right?
I don't know. Eric says Uncle Mully seems like the guy that would back his wife when they find their teenagers drinking, and as soon as she leaves the room, he grabs the beer, chugs it, and says, "That's how it's done, rookie." Is that a fair assessment of you? Or
first off, I'd be pissed if my kids were drinking.
Okay,
right now.
I was about to say that your kids are too young for that.
But okay. Thanks for the insight. Maybe I'll if I need parenting advice, who can I reach out to there?
Mully has enough rookie advice for me and Chandler on a daily basis. He don't even. No, he teaches us life every day.
That one. I'm not even sure what that statement says.
He's trying to say you're a cool dad, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I am, but we have our limits.
Okay, fair enough. Coach, your thoughts?
Cool, but I don't know. That was interesting.
Coach Mack, before we let you go, so NASCAR ran on Monday.
They did.
Who won? I didn't see.
Come on now. Chris Buescher, back-to-back. Won at Richmond, and he won at Michigan.
There you go.
He won't win this week.
Where are we at this week?
Road course at the Roval at Indianapolis.
Okay. How do you feel about road courses, Rovals, the Charlotte Roval, all the Rovals?
Hate the Rovals. I'm okay with 2 road courses a year.
Used to be.
Now we have like 7.
Watkins Glen and Sonoma.
Now we have like 7.
Too many?
It's ridiculous.
All right, help us, amateur. What's a Roval?
A Roval is a road course at an oval track facility. There's one at Charlotte, there's one at Indy, there's one at Daytona. Those are the ones so far. They don't have really the elevation changes. They're not a true road course.
Gotcha.
So there's some sort of hybrid.
So it's kind of like the Pac-12 and the Mountain West. If we can figure out, that'll
the
be
Pac-West.
That'll be the Roval Conference.
What else you following in sports, Coach?
This time of the year, I'm a big NASCAR guy, but I'm ready for football. We have not talked about a game. We've not talked about a team. We have, other than obviously East Carolina, but I'm ready to start predicting leagues and playoffs and Heisman Trophy winners, and I'm ready to start talking about football.
I just feel like it's the same old cast. Heisman Trophy winners, it's Caleb Williams and who else?
I mean, there hadn't been a guy win back-to-back since Archie Griffin, and that was before you were born.
So who's going to win this year?
Caleb Williams.
I was going to say.
Yeah, we'll dive into some of that. I wish we got to get you more. Is there any way we could get you more of an NFL guy?
No.
Damn.
I'll tell you what. Maybe my next podcast will be NFL related. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
Was that a team?
Unless you talk about how much you hate it.
That is that's a broadcast professional right there, lobbing out the tees.
Is it Darryl Green? He has Virginia ties.
That'll be a much bigger name than Darryl Green.
Wow.
That is impossible. I don't know if you can find a guy bigger than Darryl Green. Here's something y'all can relate to. So, Mac, you said you had a Jets buddy, right? And you just crush him about Aaron Rodgers every chance you get. Enter Mike Mullis, who enjoys crushing Aaron Rodgers, who's actually a Packers fan. Yep. Jets Hard Knocks starts tonight. You got a little Hard Knocks, Shirley? We can get A-Rod with the Jets this year.
I will not tune in. I'll watch and go, there he is, thank God. And I thought he got hurt the other day. He came up lame, turned an ankle or something, and I thought, there we go.
Are they going to wear those cartoon uniforms? With the all-green helmet?
I guess.
Oh, my God.
He looks terrible in that, too. But anyway, I'm glad he's gone. And look, Jordan Love's going to be...
You're not a Love guy.
It's going to be very difficult to watch.
Did you hear that?
Number 2 guy?
Jordan Love. I mean, he's the starter, but he's the number 2 guy. Who is behind him? Is it a Hasselbeck? Is there still one playing?
I know it's not a Benkert. I don't think he's there anymore. We have got Jordan Love, Sean Clifford, Penn State.
And they're talking great about him.
That's not good. Well, you don't want to hear your team talking great about Sean Clifford.
Well,
I don't know if that's an insult to the offense or the defense.
Yeah,
or Sean Clifford.
I don't know the Pack will go 500 this year. But
who has a better record, the Packers or the Jets?
Oh, it's got to be the Jets.
I think so.
Even if they don't meet expectations, it is crazy to see odds. AFC East and NFC North in particular. Patriots last in the AFC East. Packers at the bottom with the Lions up there on top with the Vikings and even the Bears ahead of the Packers.
Did you guys see Dan Campbell at camp the other day? The speech he gave.
I did not.
Oh, you need to look.
Can't wait to hear it though.
Oh man,
he cry?
Yeah, well, he welled up, but he was like, guys,
what body part is he?
Y'all need to trust me. You need to try. All I do is think about y'all, and I'm trying to make you better. I guess there was some griping because he had him hit multiple days in a row or whatever. But it was a pretty impassioned plea for a guy that I think has proven his worth.
I was wrong on him. I thought he was kind of like meatheadish former player, and
I think he is.
But the way he gets guys to buy in, and he's genuine, I think.
100% genuine.
That's one of the most important things when you're a coach, right?
NFL?
Anything. Any sport. You want your guys to know that you're really in it. So
he had them playing well.
I like Campbell. Hey, Coach Mack, talking NFL on Tuesdays. We'll be back next Tuesday with our NFL preview.
I've often thought that coaching in NFL would be about as difficult as it could be. To create, you got a lot of guys you got to create buy-in, or maybe you just we got to get these 5 guys and they'll spread it. But that would be because you could have one coach on a huge staff that somebody doesn't like. And that's the head coach's fault. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for error.
I feel like college is just as bad, though. Because at least in the NFL, you're playing for your job. In college, it's like, I'm playing, but, do I really need this at the end of the day if it gets too hard?
Yeah, but they'll just transfer.
Yeah, fair point.
Danny, you're not transferring, are you?
Go Pirates.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. Coach Mack, anything else we need to know from you before we let you go?
No, I've enjoyed it. Look forward to next week.
Now, look, you don't have to rush off. We've got another 30 minutes on our date if you'd like, and at 4:30 we're both getting kicked out.
I like the M&M thing. I think we can make that work.
All right. I enjoyed it as well. Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 2, Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Got a lot more for you when we return after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint, and no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hi Pirates, this is Holden Ehlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Hey Miles, isn't it amazing to think our family has been distributing soft drinks since 1923?
It certainly is, Landon, and with that comes a lot of change. But what hasn't changed is our dedication and commitment to our customers. I'm Miles Minges.
And I'm Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. Our family has taken great pride in refreshing our neighbors, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over a century. From our family to yours, we say thank you and are honored to be a part of this wonderful community.
Here's to 100 as we celebrate our employees and our customers all over Eastern North Carolina. From generations before us and to future generations.
Sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Dap House, the Sidebar, and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Just hanging out with a couple of guys I love.
How about that?
I think men don't say I love you enough. So I want to let you guys know I love you.
I love
you
both
guys.
of y'all.
Yeah.
All right. I love Danny Bill's shirt.
Do you really?
Have we showed it on camera yet? We got to get it up there. It is Tom Brady faces all around. It is obnoxious. It is gross. It is hideous.
He's gonna. Wait. Yeah, let's get the.
It is.
Come over this way.
One of the most obnoxious things I've ever seen. Just
do a
all
little
Tom
twirl.
Brady all the time.
I mean, that's just a lot of man face on your shirt.
A lot of man face.
A whole lot of goat.
A whole lot of goat.
I want a whole lot of goat. Our guy Johnny Stats is back, Chandler. Johnny Robertson. He's got a Danny Beal stat for us today.
The stats to consider.
Danny, there are two teams in the American that you have made 7 appearances against combined. So you've made 7 appearances against these two teams combined. You are 4-0, an ERA of 0, and a WHIP of 0.736. Who are those two opponents? Who have you dominated?
7 combined.
7 lifetime appearances versus these two teams combined. 4-0 record, haven't allowed a run.
Cincy, one of them? Cincinnati?
No.
Really? Okay. All right.
You want me to just tell you?
But no, this makes it a little bit more interesting. I'm curious now.
Okay.
South Florida.
That is one of them.
Yep. Okay.
Who's the other team you have had their number?
Central Florida.
No. Still in the American.
Well, when you just dominate all the time, you don't keep up with it.
Yeah.
That's like somebody saying, how many home runs did you hit? I don't know.
It's not Wichita. Houston?
No.
Who is it?
Memphis.
Really? That's not my first guess.
Okay.
Clearly.
This is according to Johnny Stats, who's been right more than he's been wrong.
Thank you, Stats.
But that's pretty good numbers there.
Memphis.
Dano. Yeah. Memphis and USF bring in the bill.
That's true.
Kind of ironic, Bill Street success against Memphis.
When we were in Memphis, I got one of those signs at the airport. It's hanging in my room right now.
There you go.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. That shirt, though.
Did you steal the sign?
No, I'm kidding. I bought it.
You bought it. He said he got it from the airport.
Yeah.
Did you steal it from the airport?
Now that would be something. If I could get away with that, I would admit it to it. Yeah.
Eric says, Clip, what does it take to get Mully to laugh? I can't recall ever hearing him laugh on Pirate Radio. Trust me. If he does, Chandler and I talk about it for a week. Like, remember that time we got Mully to laugh? That was awesome. Like, we try as much as we can. And usually he'll try to hide it. He'll go, we'll do a little. But we can do it every now and then, but it's tough to do. And I'm kind of glad. If you did it all the time, it wouldn't be special.
Yeah, it takes the value out of it.
Yeah. Why are you looking at your watch?
Because I just got a text message.
Read it.
No, I'm not going to.
Read it. All right. Jamie says, free Gavin Williams. Free Gavin Williams. How about Gavin last night? Who has, his 6th nickname, he said, Danny? What was it?
Well, the one that everybody's calling him is the Big Rig, which I find hilarious.
I like it.
I asked him about it, I guess, a couple weeks ago now, and he's like, it's the 6th nickname I've gotten since I've been up here, and I guess that's the one that's sticking. So
that's the thing. You got to lob those against the wall, and then finally there'll be one that makes sense. And after the night he had, the outing he had, okay, Big Rig works, and let's just roll with it.
It is laughable. You're laughing through the tears when you look at the Guardians' run support for Gavin Williams. Once again, they did get him a hit last night.
That was pretty cool.
They got him 1 hit while he was in the game. They were no hit in his previous start, but still lost the game. So now he didn't suffer the loss, or did he?
No, he didn't. The guy that came in after him, De Los Santos, gave up, I think 2 batters in, he gave up a home run, which kind of was unfortunate.
So he remains 1-3 with an ERA now probably under 3.
2.9.
Yeah, I was going to say it's got to be.
And we know that those win-loss numbers aren't important, but that is kind of a bummer. He's not quite Jacob deGrom yet, when deGrom would pitch for the Mets and have an ERA under 2, and his record would be like 5-13 because the Mets couldn't get him any run support. But it's got to be frustrating for the guy, but he's doing his job.
You know what? I'm going to throw a name out there, and I'm not 100% positive this was the guy, but I want to say it was like LaTroy Hawkins.
Twins?
That went a crazy number of starts before he finally got a W. I think
it was a reliever.
And again, it might not be him, but it's for some reason that's the name that's in my head. But it was somebody went. It did kind of Gavin, like obviously he's got a dub, but somebody went really. I want to say like 29 starts before they got a win or something like that.
How many years did LaTroy Hawkins pitch, Mully?
About 12,
20.
Yeah,
95 debut.
I knew he
2015.
pitched. I knew he pitched forever.
That's a long career. That's a rubber arm right there.
They were saying pregame. Oh, sorry, keep going.
Jack said you got in quite the argument last night about it, Clipper.
You on Twitter was hilarious last night.
Well, it's some random Guardians fan who's upset at his team and was like, quit whining. I mean, the guys they throw out there aren't even going to be big leaguers next year. So I just had fun with it and was like, hey, bud, get a hit. All I'm asking for is like 2 bloop singles.
One would think.
Help the guy out.
They were mentioning pregame last night that he's gone through kind of the worst of it with the lineups he's faced. He's had Atlanta, Texas, in Texas, Philly, at Houston, and now Toronto last night, who just came off a butt whooping of the Red Sox over the weekend and absolutely shut them down. They had 1 hit, and I think Jansen was the only guy that got on more than once when he got walked and hit by a pitch. And I mean, it was just
but he's also had KC twice
and Oakland once.
Yeah, so I mean.
But I think we've got enough of a sample size now with especially those teams and running through the Blue Jays last night that he belongs.
No, he's a big leaguer.
Yeah.
He looked comfortable last night. It was fun to watch.
And there was some talk, Mully, of like, do you bring him up, other guys get healthy or whatever, and you send him back down? Like, he's up, right? I mean, he's rotation.
Listen, this answering that question is about like answering conference realignment. Who knows how the front office thinks?
Right.
But from my eyes, he's a big leaguer. He was a big leaguer last night. He had 3 pitches. He commanded it. I saw some, and everybody saw that watch the fist pumps. The fist pumps weren't necessarily to me the punch outs, but like the one he goes 97 top of the zone. He was fist pumped because that was the exact pitch that he wanted to throw. And when you're feeling it like that, I mean, again, to his statement, he had everything working last night. That's a 1 out of 10 start where you've got everything working. But when you do, you got to take advantage of it. And he came away with 12 punch outs. The walks are going down, so that means the pitch count's going with it. So he's getting effectiveness out of his pitches. And last night, I mean, he was to have 12 strikeouts. He threw an incredibly low number of pitches to have that many punch outs.
No doubt.
3 straight innings of 10 pitches or less last night.
Okay, because I thought I saw him in the 6th with like 58 or something.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially with 12 punch outs. I mean, that's super efficient.
Yeah, and there's no mystery about what he's doing, right? Like you can. I mean, he's beating you above the barrel.
Give him the heat.
That breaking ball, you think about a guy that really struggled to break a ball early in his career here. COVID, breaking ball comes around with Dietz and whatever else, and next thing you know, that breaking ball is like it's a
hammer.
It's a freaking elite breaking ball.
Mully, what'd you think of Tim Anderson wanting some and getting some?
Well, he got what he wanted.
That is a tough look right there.
I mean, when you stand up and square up like that, man, you got to have more. And he did throw a couple like quick quasi haymakers early. But yeah, no, that was ugly. He won't be signing up to fight the Paul kid. When you watch these, he wants no part of that. That is I don't know if you remember the Punch Out game. But
Mike Tyson?
Yeah. That is Glass Joe. I mean, he took that, buckled. It really didn't look like it was that firm of a knock, but it not only did it KO him, I mean, he could only get off the field.
He was wobbling around. The call was the best part of the
There goes Anderson.
How embarrassing would it have been for them to have to get the cart to come get him? For them to have to put him on the stretcher and put him on the cart.
I think that would have been a way better look than what he had to go
out of there with his legs.
You got a point because it was bad. It was bad.
All right, Steve Hill. I remember this, and he said this might be who you're talking about. Anthony Young of the Mets.
That's exactly who it is.
27 losses in a row.
That's exactly who it is. I was watching when he got his first win, and I felt so relieved for him. I was like, man, that is exactly who it was.
Anthony Young of the Mets. 27 straight losses.
That's, I mean, hang him up.
Yeah, but you know,
Are you hanging him up after 10, 15, 22?
No.
I feel like you get to 15, you got to change something.
No, if you on the 15th you take an L and they're gonna give you the ball for the 16th, you freaking take the ball, go back out there and catch the paycheck. I mean, you just keep going out there
until they tell you,
hey man, we can't keep doing this.
Is this 27 straight decision losses, or is this 27 straight games where he pitched and his team lost?
No, I think it was 27 outings without a W.
That's painful. I mean, you get to 20, it's like, what
do I have to do?
I pitch and we lose. That's just the way it goes.
I have to do?
He is best known for having 27 consecutive games in which he had a decision.
Okay, so
that's pretty cool.
Lost 27 when he had a decision. So I guess there was some in there where he got no decisions. Is that what that's saying?
But that's even more excruciating.
So how long did this go?
No, that's 27 decisions over 40 games, arguably, maybe even 50 games.
2 years?
Yeah, and he's just like, man, I mean, come on.
Anthony Young.
And there's a certain point where you don't want your locker beside him. Like you're like, man, I don't know. You know, that conjures up, Major League. We need to, sacrifice a chicken or something. He is cursed.
Tony Young been through it.
Yes. Jamie asking, who is Mully's favorite baseball team?
The Orioles. Unfortunately, it's embarrassing to say it now with this crap with the announcer. What a joke!
You're a Cal's your guy, right?
Cal's my guy.
Yeah. And you got to hang out with Cal.
I did. One of the coolest things. And I'm not like an autograph guy. It's not really my thing. And so now I don't. I've got 2 autographs at my house: Tony Gwynn and Cal.
I don't want to. Yeah, you can just get mad at me if you want to. You got Cal to go back to your room, right?
No, we went to the bar at the hotel, back to my room. Damn. I live here.
Wow. Well, so he got
why you. Are you trying to make
he got you in his hotel room.
Clip. Why? This is how stuff gets started.
Oh!
Bang! Yeah, this is how stuff gets started. No. We were at the bar at the hotel.
Hey, there's a long drive by Castellanos.
Not ever put these headsets on again.
I didn't know it would make you cuss, Mully.
Well, I mean, to talk about out of context, to suggest that my childhood hero, we lured each other back to the room like some.
I would love it
if said any of that.
Like some Dateline stuff.
Y'all just hung out.
Yeah, we didn't sit in the room.
Chris Hansen was there.
Yeah,
he said, "We need you to have a seat over here."
Have a seat.
First and foremost, if Tom Brady came back to my room to have a couple beers, I would brag about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, maybe when you're a little bit older, maybe you might not.
You were able to meet Cal and throw a few back.
Yep, it's a good time. And it was that innocent, unlike how Clip would have painted that picture. And the snarky smile you had so you were getting him back to your room.
He's instigating it. You know how he is.
Pure snark. Yeah, right. Yeah, 18 years I've been doing this in some shape,
form, or
fashion.
You put it on a tee and you hammered it.
And that's my first slip. I thought we were doing a podcast. I'm sorry.
All good. That is.
It must be nice to meet your heroes, though. Like not heroes, but
it can hurt you. It can hurt you too.
That's true.
It's funny because my dad, my guy growing up was Ortiz and Pedro, and Pedro's, Cameo, where you make videos. Pedro was on Cameo, and he tried to get Pedro to make a video for me for my 21st, and it was like $900, so he didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, no good call.
That would have been. I mean, it's just cool. It's like I remember watching you and looking up to you, and now I'm literally sitting next to you, just shooting it. It's pretty cool.
No, it was like I said, when I grew up in Charlotte. They were AA was the O's in Charlotte, Crockett Park, and he and his dad and his brother were there at the same time for a brief period of time, and that was kind of that was the commonality, what we started talking about, and the fact of eating the ice cream out of the helmets, that kind of deal. How that old ballpark creaked and got
they really hit it off.
Play there. No, we had a great time. I mean, we did.
That's great. Do you? You still talk to him?
Clip.
I mean,
Clip.
On a tee.
Just stop.
I like how upset he's getting now.
I'm not squealing. I'm not carrying on. But I don't need to say. I'd like to do another 18 years. So I probably.
All right. Well, hey, I want to say how I started this segment. Love you, Mully.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, what else is going on?
Breaking news: Shane McClanahan not going to pitch again in 2023.
Shane McClanahan of the Rays formerly of the
South Florida Bulls. Yep,
the Bulls.
Harold Varner with a pretty nice finish. Greenbrier this past week.
Yeah, finished.
And how about the winner? Your guy. DeChambeau.
Would you let me finish Chandler's point first? Yeah, he won $700,000. DeChambeau shoots 58 on a par 70. So there's an argument there. Is it 58, 59 versus par? So it's strokes under par, right? So I think 58 is miraculous regardless of what the par of the course is, but that is the argument. But no, yeah, DeChambeau was pretty impressive, and Harold and actually Faraday had a funny little quip. He basically said, kind of paraphrasing, that that was the most fun he'd ever have. Why would I look back at going? Why would I look at going back to the PGA when I got to see this today? I could have been called the Greenbrier Classic. It was kind of a shot over the bow of the
Wyndham
of the PGA. No, they were at the Greenbrier this past weekend.
Wait.
I'm sorry. No. It Live was at Greenbrier. They were at Wyndham.
So they took a shot at Wyndham and PGA.
Yeah. Faraday did.
So what's going on? Are they still against each other?
I don't know. There's PGA's walked back some of the things they said about some cut tournaments, and now they're kind of coming off that saying, it's again. And I was thinking about this today. There's nothing in sports right now that seems very settled, right? Like everything is kind of up in the air. I mean, even I was thinking about Little League, where the big rule change is you have the rotisserie lineup where everybody has to hit, and it's not the 1 and 2 anymore like it used to be, or 2 and 1, however you want to phrase it. But it just seems like everything is. The tradition is there is no tradition anywhere anymore, and it's just constantly changing. So,
was it Joey when we had the college football versus NFL debate, or maybe it was one of our somebody chiming in on YouTube? But they said they like the NFL because, and yeah, it's changed over the years, but your divisions, your teams, like it's more stable than college football, and that was one of the reasons they like the NFL more than college football. And that, I mean, got a good point to it. You kind of know what you're going to get. You're going to get your Fox and CBS and your Sunday night, Monday night, and it's all kind of out there on a platter for you, easy.
Yeah, but I think we had so many things that seem to be sacred in college football that have proven to not be sacred when the money got involved, that the pageantry, and I know that's what everybody goes to and when they're describing it, but I don't think there's anything better than a college football game on a perfect fall Saturday afternoon, and then the Saturday night game you're cooking on the grill. I mean, it's just an awesome event as much as it is game. And Coach Mack and I had this conversation a little bit on break everybody, there's a lot of tumult and everybody's trying to figure out what's what. But man, when these power teams do align, and it's someday, sometime that's going to happen, those are going to be some incredible football games to watch. Not that they're not good now, but that's going to be pro football with just younger guys.
Some people do appreciate the college game working like the revolving door, the uncertainty of it, because you appreciate the good years more. I mean, obviously you have the Alabamas, and even me when I was growing up, the Boston sports of the world, where you're kind of spoiled and you don't really have any friends in terms of sports growing up. But then you have like a Penn State where it's like they have a great year and it's like, holy crap.
Yep.
Well, how about even Tulane or Cincinnati? Are we still going to have that opportunity to see that in 7 years from now?
Well, and I don't think there's many rivalries in all of football that are like, Michigan, Ohio State is one that comes right to mind. That's, if you're just talking football in general, that's a generational rivalry. I mean, those parents and grandparents and great grandparents, they all still equally choose to dislike each other. And there are certainly series like that in NFL, but they just don't seem to be quite the passion.
Well, now we're losing those in college, though, and I know the Apple Cup is not the Ohio State, Michigan, but your Oregon State, Oregon's going away. Your Washington State, Washington, A&M, and Texas went away. I guess that's going to return with the Texas move to the SEC. But they're breaking up these rivalries all across college football.
Bedlam.
Oklahoma State, Oklahoma.
Well, and I know we're talking football, but think about basketball. And used to be every year you had Duke and State and Carolina play each other twice, right? And now you've seen to where those, because of the way the schedules shake out, they may only play each other once. I mean, those things are like, hey, we need to make sure these games happen, and then we'll work the schedule around everything else. But, the winds of change are blowing, and I think it's interesting. It's kind of it's fun to debate, but it's, I guess at the core it's kind of a sad thing because it's, we're seeing so many so many things that we grew up watching are just going away.
It's just ruining the tradition. It
is 100%.
All right, before you go, Mully, and I'll bring in DB on this too. What sport has the best refs? What sport has the worst? That's a question here.
I feel like with football, in terms of NFL, it kind of got scarred because of the whole replacement ref. What was it?
The Hail Mary?
A year or two, yeah. And obviously you have the Angel Hernandezes of the world, and then the college refs with, we still talk about J-Lub's home run where it got called back. And in my opinion, and this many people may not know, about hockey is about as cut and dry as it gets. They know what they're doing, and you're not going to argue with them. You have a strike three call and a guy loses his mind. You have a PI call and the defensive back gets up in the ref's face, or basketball and without the whole flopping thing. But like hockey's like, hey, this is what it is. This is the call, and you're going to like it.
All right, hockey has the best officiating, says DB.
Yeah, and I would have to.
I don't have enough evidence to argue against that.
Here's what I would base in support of DB's statement. I've never seen a hockey coach get ejected like on SportsCenter. So I would take it. Now they may settle it in the alley after the game. I don't know how
Which is even better.
Yeah, I don't know. Right, I don't know how they work things out. I think right now, and I think that question is probably directed at us because of the atrocity that is Major League umpiring right now, and it is. It is really bad, and it's like any other sport, any other pipeline, right? Like, so these guys these guys are trying to cut their teeth to get into that world, take such a beating so early on that, man, you got to really decide whether or not you want to go out there and earn that $100 or $75 or $150 or whatever it is to kind of continue to progress through the system. I think Major League Baseball got caught sleeping. They had a lot of guys, the Joe West, the guys that have been around forever, and it seemed like they were never going to go anywhere, and that you could always count on them. And whether you liked some of the antics or didn't, you got a pretty consistently called ball game. Those guys all they just disappeared at the same time. I mean, it was kind of like the dinosaurs dying off. So, Major League Baseball is in trouble from that standpoint, and it's awfully sad because there is such a good product on the field right now. The pace of the game is better. The action pace is better.
Yeah.
But the thing that tends to overshadow a good game is a bad call.
All right, Mully, put one of these guys in the Hall of Fame and only one first. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Danny.
Roger.
He's a pitcher.
Pitcher. Stick with pitcher.
The Rocket.
So what are you, a gambler? Hey, thanks for laughing at that.
At least you didn't say Barry. He's just a lot of steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Pete... Are you okay, Chuckles?
No, he's staring at you. That's the way Mully's staring at you. It's fun.
I know, he's had it with me, but I'm going to keep soldiering on. That's what I'm going to do. I didn't even read where Mike P. said Mully and Cal really hit it off, it sounds like.
All right, Pete Rose question.
Yeah, I'm not even going to read that. Will Pete Rose ever get in, Mully?
When he's dead.
Yeah. I hate that, but you're probably right. Mully, when I'm dead, I hope you miss me.
It's doubtful. Today.
Come on.
Wow. Today.
Come on.
Today it's a little doubtful.
All right.
No, I would. I would.
Thank you.
You bring out the worst in me.
We'll see you next week.
Maybe.
What if, I might just have you a Mack and I'll leave.
Well, I think there's a lot of folks that were kind of implying that they would.
Rolled right into that one.
Yeah.
If I'm in the way, folks, I'll slide.
No, we
out.
couldn't. We couldn't do it without you, Clip.
Oh man. So we ended on a good note.
Oh, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return. We'll hear a little Mike Houston. We'll hear a lot of Mike Houston in hour 3 with Bryce Williams as we'll talk Pirate football and more from you as well as we roll on a fun Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Earmuffs. Back with you after this.
I don't know what you got, but it plays with my emotion. I want you so much, darling.
Are you ready to fall into beauty? Mark your calendar for October 2nd through the 6th to take advantage of the savings on all of Beauty Bar Medi Spa's services and products. Don't wait for the sale. Save time and money by scheduling your free consultation now. You can trust the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for amazing and natural looking results. Schedule your free consultation today and mark your calendar to fall into beauty October 2nd through the 6th. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Greenville.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to growth.
Hey, Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best and comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you. Go Pirates!
It's a summer inventory clear out at Bostic Sugg Furniture. It's that time of year when Bostic Sugg must move a huge selection of inventory off the floor and out the door. And that means big savings for you. Take advantage of one-time price cuts of up to 70% off furniture and mattresses, canceled special orders, discounted floor items, odds and ends, and customer returns. Hurry, quantities are limited. And when they're gone for good during the summer inventory clear out at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Dale Murphy, 2-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Dap House, the Sidebar, and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Your vehicle is a big part of your life, and that's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Can I get a little fifth quarter music?
Sure. One moment, please.
Because we are just 25 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, and 25 days from now you will be hearing this. We'll be about an hour or so into our first post-game show. What will we be talking about 25 days from now, Chandler?
An ECU loss.
Wow.
What?
I'm not ready to declare it a loss yet.
Maybe I should ask you, Danny, what will we be talking about 25 days from now?
A Pirates cover.
I was going to get there. I was going to say an ECU loss, but I think I can just see the calls coming in with, like, the guys fought hard. I like what we saw from, I'm just going to say right now, Mason Garcia.
I thought Mason showed some promise.
I thought our defense got a couple of good stops and showed some promises.
We made some mistakes, but the effort was there.
And, man, we got something there in that Josiah Hatfield. I think he's going to have a big year. All I'm going to be saying is the biggest game in our lives is coming up next Saturday against Marshall.
I have not met or heard someone more excited for that home opener. I mean, you are ready, geared.
A lot of people are.
I'm excited.
I hope y'all get on board and know how important that game is.
I can see a lot of people calling in saying, hey, we need to pack Dowdy Ficklen Stadium next week for Marshall.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Get out there.
We need to get butts and seats for Marshall next week. I can hear it right now.
Skip's in the house. Skip.
What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to turn and turn some more. And when we're done turning, we're going to turn again. And then after we turn 2 or 3 more turns, we're going to turn them all into turns.
Not that Skip. That is actually not even Skip. That's Brian Meador doing Skip, who does the best Skip Holtz impression. Skip is in
What was that?
Well said.
Did you have a stroke?
Evansville.
Wait, is
Evansville.
Evanston?
I thought it was there Evanston or Evansville. I'm pretty sure it's Evansville.
I'm pretty sure it's Evanston, but then I thought, is it just like Chicago?
No, it's just outside of Chicago.
Illinois.
Yeah, Evanston.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I was there. Sometimes my my brain takes a little while. Skip says Chandler is Clip's little brother. I like to give him noogies.
Oh, big bro, stop.
Give him swirlies.
Dude.
I can't pick his big ass up and put him in the toilet anymore. So I can't do that. Dang. Now he beats me up. We've got to that age where Chandler whoops me. Jamie says we'll be talking about how much ECU did well in that 40-point blowout.
Wow.
I mean,
not a lot of faith.
But do you? I mean, should we have faith? And it's really not against ECU right now. We're talking about the number 2 team in the country.
I don't think we should all go into it being like we're going to compete and win this game, but I think if you see good things, that's a positive. But to say that we're going to get blown out by 6 touchdowns, I mean, whether it's realistic or not, that shouldn't be your attitude.
All right.
I mean, that's coming from an ECU student athlete, though.
I know.
I get what he's saying.
Kenny says biggest upset ever in college football. Down goes Michigan. John Moody says, man, that 5th quarter music gets me fired up.
Hit it again, Shirley.
He said, if you need a game day weather report on the pregame, I got y'all live on location. I'm excited about our Bud Light pregame tailgate, 8 to noon, 4 hours, taking you up to kickoff of East Carolina, Michigan. I am 99.8% sure that we will be having a watch party for that game.
Where's the other 0.1%? Why is it not 99.9%?
Who knows what could happen between now? I might not even make it to that day. Okay. Now, if I didn't make it, would y'all have a watch party in my honor? Would you sit it out? What would you do? Would you? Or who
I wouldn't be able to do it without you. I wouldn't be able to do it without you.
You would Would you host the 4-hour pregame show?
God, that would be something.
What do you mean by a 4-hour show.
All good things.
Danny,
it would be awesome.
You can't go into that show thinking that way.
I was about
you
to say,
gotta have
you have faith in ECU going up to Michigan and playing well and maybe winning, but you don't have faith in me hosting a 4-hour pregame show?
I have way more faith than you do in yourself hosting that show. Put it to you that way. Ever thought about that, huh?
Because learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.
That hit deep.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Whitney.
Wrong song.
What are we talking about? You want to get to the Fleet Feet rundown?
Please.
Sure.
Chandler, how's your feet doing these days?
They kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want to know. I don't want to just get shoes. I want to know like what my arch height is.
Do you?
I want to know like what the width is.
Do you?
I want to know exactly what shoes I need to be in to make my feet feel better when I go on a walk or a run.
At Fleet Feet, the shoes are made for you personally. They are your shoe.
And I heard that Fleet Feet runs for me.
They do. They will run for you. Fleet Feet, locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. You can find them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. And Fleet Feet, sponsor of our rundown, the best and most comfortable shoes for this tailgate season. You're going to be doing a lot of walking from the car to the tailgate to the stadium to back to other friends' tailgates, to go get you a Bruja, to go get you some nachos. What you eating during the game, Chandler?
A hot dog or a pizza. Or maybe a burger.
A lot of walking up and down them steps, man. That could end your Saturday night. You're like, man, my feet are a little hurt, man.
And it's concrete slabs. They'll hurt your feet. You need to be in the right shoes.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. They're not exactly...
they're not rubber mats.
They ain't putting in the most comfortable concrete you're walking on in these stadiums.
I have a confession.
Does it
These
involve
are my
Fleet
confessions.
Feet? Usher? Wait, are you the USHERRAYMOND?
The very same.
Okay.
And I need you guys to be honest with me and tell me if this is bad or not.
Okay.
This is starting out deep, but I promise it's not that deep.
Okay, let's hear this. Oh, go ahead.
This
what do you got, DB?
This weekend, I caught myself sitting on the couch, enjoying my Saturday. Nothing to do, but I caught myself 6 YouTube videos in of watching college football, just game highlights from last year. I was in Tennessee, Alabama, East Carolina versus North Carolina State, Texas A&M versus Alabama, Georgia versus Ohio State in the playoff. There was one more Bama game in there. I can't remember another Bama game.
Bama, Texas?
Bama, Texas. That's correct.
That was a good game.
That was a Fox game. That was the second week. And then
Gus Johnson on the call.
The blowout that was the Iron Bowl last year. And I'm sitting there, and I finished the 6th video, and I'm looking around, and I've been sitting here for, I guess, 2 hours now. Is this embarrassing? Like, is it?
No.
Is it embarrassing, or am I just excited?
The fact that you
have
think
to let
that's
it burn.
embarrassing is embarrassing.
You're one of us.
The fact that you think that's embarrassing is embarrassing. That's coming from somebody that watches highlights on YouTube all the time.
I am glad that I am not alone, because at first I'm like, this is just pitiful that I'm this bored and I'm this invested in a football highlights from last year. But I'm just excited. I'm ready to go.
Last night I'll see what time it was, I posted a GIF 18 hours ago, 9:55 p.m. of Sean Taylor lighting up Patrick Creighton.
I did see that out of context. I'm like, see that? What? Where did that come from?
Because I was watching Redskins Cowboys 2005.
It's exciting
on YouTube.
It makes you reminisce a little bit.
You're a sports guy. That's what sports guys do.
Guys, dudes.
Exactly.
Dudes, guys.
You are
dudes, guys.
One of us. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, my guy. Fleet Feet. This is all part of the Fleet Feet rundown.
Sure is.
We should start getting Danny Bill confessions on every Fleet Feet rundown. Jamie says, concrete is not ergonomic. Well said. Did I say that right? Ergonomic?
You are correct, sir.
Tyler says, don't all you cool young kids stay on the YouTube anyway? I watch a lot of YouTube, I will say.
So does Wes Hines.
And he is about the coolest young kid I can think of right now.
Cruise reviews with Wes Hines.
All right. We talked.
You mean this guy?
It was in the men's section.
It was in the men's section.
Pirates went full pads today. I tell you what, let's take a break. When we return, we'll get to a little bit of Mike Houston, and I want to save some for hour 3 as well with Bryce Williams, who will join us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We roll on a fun Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live after these words.
The Wood Ducks are back in Kinston this week, hosting the Myrtle Beach Pelicans starting August 1st through August 6th. Come out to Thirsty Thursday and enjoy $2 natural lights, bush lights, and peanuts. There'll be post-game fireworks this Friday, August 4th, presented by WNCT Channel 9 and the Kinston Free Press. Join the Wood Ducks on Saturday for Dude's birthday, and the first 1,000 kids will receive a mini bag giveaway sponsored by LCPS. Get your tickets at the box office, online at woodducksbaseball.com, or by calling the Wood Ducks front office. Hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all week long. Go Woodies!
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000 square foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with Copy Pro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. Copy Pro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at Copy Pro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
Copy Pro, we are the professional office systems people.
The legendary Winterville Watermelon Festival is coming up August 24th through the 27th, presented by the Town of Winterville, WITN, WRNS, and Food Line. The festival will feature activities the whole family can enjoy, including amusement rides, food and commercial vendors, a beer garden on Saturday night, and much more. There will also be a watermelon eating contest and live music performances throughout the weekend. This year's Saturday Night Watermelon Jam concert features the Marshall Tucker Band. Get your concert tickets and all the other information at watermelonfest.com. That's watermelonfest.com. You won't want to miss it.
With US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth? She's not gonna like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Belhaven, and Greenville.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by the KT Pub Group, featuring great local places to eat, like the Dap House, the Sidebar, and Christie's Euro Pub. Follow them on social media for the latest specials and more. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. Villa Verde is inviting you to come by this summer and try some of their amazing empanadas, famous red snapper, grouper bites, Cuban sandwiches, and more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or cold beer while enjoying one of their out-of-this-world desserts like the rum pineapple cake. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good and proud supporter of the Pirate Nation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with the Pirate Radio Live. I like, I don't know if I necessarily like pineapple on its own, but I do like pineapple cake. How do y'all feel about pineapple?
I enjoy it.
I hate it.
Hate it, huh?
I hate it.
Isn't that funny? Just we're just all Homo sapiens here, living on this earth, and we like some things and we dislike some things.
I will say though, maybe like pineapple juice.
Okay, starting to come around on it.
Mixed with something, or maybe just pineapple juice on its own.
Pineapple juice and orange juice is good, like you can buy from the store.
Yeah, but like pineapple juice with like in a mimosa.
Mimosa.
Is that right?
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I got.
All right.
I just saw that ESPN has entered an agreement with Penn Entertainment to launch ESPN Bet, a branded sports book in the United States. So Penn was hooked up with Barstool, and they have gone their separate ways.
I just got a notification that Dave Portnoy bought it back.
Dave Portnoy now, he said for the first time in 10 years, owns Barstool Sports again. It was Penn Entertainment. So ESPN is going to have their own sports book now, basically. And will be available for fans this fall. For North Carolina residents, hopefully we'll be able to take part in that, I guess, next year. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody cares about that kind of stuff, but what does that mean for all the Barstool sports books across the land that have been built?
I haven't, obviously, he put out an emergency, meeting, but I don't know if that means they're still associated with Penn and if they still have spots. Obviously not supposed to associate with Penn, but I don't know if they still have those up and running, because it's been a pretty big success for them. That's how they gotten a lot of their traction, was through betting and sports betting and stuff like that the past couple of years. So be interesting to see how they end up.
Yeah, I don't have the answers on that right now. I was wondering if when it becomes legal in North Carolina, because like these Barstool sports books would pop up every time like a state would legalize gambling, they'd go quickly put up a Barstool sports book. I wonder if it would come to like Charlotte or Raleigh or something like that.
I feel like you'd have to put it in Charlotte, right? Next to the Panther Stadium, make a little...
I saw something where they were going to put like a sports book in the stadium.
Because they have that...
And they were going to do it like for like PNC Arena in Raleigh and Spectrum Center in Charlotte.
They have that for a couple, because I know the whole Bama baseball betting scandal, the guy went into Great American Ballpark where the Reds play and put in a slip. So that's how... I guess it's kind of taken over.
Oh, I think I got my answer. ESPN signs $2 billion deal with Penn to create ESPN Bet sportsbooks. All of Penn's Barstool sportsbooks will rebrand as ESPN Bet. So there are no more Barstool sportsbooks.
That's unfortunate.
As part of the deal, Dave Portnoy is buying Barstool back from Penn. So all of those brick and mortar sports books, which I want, there's a bunch of them now.
There was a ton. I know there was a ton in Chicago, Boston, and New York.
Yeah. All of those are now called ESPN Bet, and we'll lose the Barstool name. Bet. You say bet?
You're so hip, Chandler.
Bet.
I say it ironically sometimes. If you ever see me say bet, it is not me being serious.
Bet that.
I am not cool enough to say bet. What are some other cool phrases you kids use?
On God is a big one. That's on God.
As we were sitting here talking about these cool phrases and hip phrases, I thought of Joey. Then I just realized Joey's not here. Like he told me he was going to be like here at like 3:15, 3:20.
Chandler, he's not dead.
You know why he's not here? Because Puerto Rico got their ass kicked by USA.
Wow. Bang.
My play of the day.
Man.
USA minus 19
Didn't
and
even
a half.
think about that.
USA boat race them dudes.
Speaking of USA, did you see the 12U national team beat, well, I guess it was New Zealand,
God.
like 43-2 the other day?
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks ago.
That's a little much.
I mean, starting off on a good note, I guess.
Was it even worse than what you just said?
I know. It was definitely in the 40s. I think they may have scored one run, but they have. I've seen it on Twitter the past couple days. They have a kid, 12 years old, who's like 6'3".
Was it baseball?
Yep. He's like 180 pounds, and he's 12 years old.
43-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... I don't want to say overkill because, it's Star Stripes forever, but, like, come on. They're 12 years old.
43 to... I mean, man, 43 runs.
I was curious to see... I tried to look it up. I couldn't. I'm curious to see the box score, inning by inning, because when you're 12, I guess, I don't know how it is when you're playing for Team USA, but I guess you're only playing 6 innings still, right? Like in Little League? So you're telling me you're scoring 43 runs in 6 innings, and it's probably run rule, so we're probably looking at 4 to 5 innings.
Man. Steve says pineapple mixed with cottage cheese is delicious. What
Cottage cheese is disgusting.
bleep are you talking about, Steve?
Now, I do like a grilled pineapple.
I had one of those at a Mexican restaurant. Pretty good.
There's a concoction of like brown sugar. It's like a glaze, but you put it on the pineapple, and then you put it on the grill for just a minute or two, and it's actually quite delicious.
You know who liked brown sugar, Shirley?
Oh, that would be hold on.
D'Angelo liked brown sugar. Jamie says pineapple upside down cake with a cherry is wonderful.
Pretty good.
Jansen said, on a darker note, did you see what Colin Cowherd said on the show today? Yeah. I saw it. I just don't get. And look, I make mistakes every day, but like there's certain things you like know. You
got
have to
be
have
aware.
like a.
You got to have some
even
self-awareness.
like you said, Clip, it was a list, and he specifically picked out that name out of like 20 guys.
So this was a problem with the producer, the graphics guy, and Colin Cowherd all in one, because he's got this list of players who cannot win a Super Bowl. By the way, his list, his graphic on the screen said players who can. So he had to correct that. He was like, oops, got a problem there with the graphic. He's got a list of names: Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater,
Justin Fields.
Guys drafted since 2016. And on the list, it says Dwayne Haskins. Maybe that was a mistake. The intern, the graphics guys just typing in quarterbacks' names that were drafted.
Can't happen.
It's a terrible mistake to have him on the graphic. That's not the problem. The problem is he's listing names, and he says Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins.
And it's not even like he catches himself and could say, like, rest in peace, like, whatever. But, like, he just keeps rolling on. He's like, yeah, these guys stink. Like, there's no way. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How do you, like, not catch yourself and be like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that, and apologize at least?
It's
Yeah,
insane,
exactly.
man.
It's a bonehead move, and I'm assuming this is a mistake. There's no, but
and I guess
as much and as long as he's been in the business, and just how did that happen?
And I guess he's entertaining, and kudos to him for doing what he's done.
Well, if he meant it as a joke, then shame on him.
No, he didn't mean it as a joke.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
But he says stuff like that like all the time, where he argues with himself, and one day he'll say the Colts have no chance at a Super Bowl, and the next day he'll say my top 5 favorites to win, the Colts. Like he just kind of throws like,
he
I don't
contradict himself a ton.
He contradicts himself. I think all those guys too just kind of, they don't really mean what they say or feel what they say. They just try to get some attention and stuff, and it works. Like it's worked for him, so kudos to him.
Especially with as late in his career as he is, he just kind of throws stuff up against the wall and sees if it sticks, and then rolls with it.
Like he's already, didn't he say something about the Panthers are going to make the playoffs or win the division?
He said they were going to win the division. So.
Watch, between now and the start of the season, he'll have something that says teams that definitely won't make the playoffs, Panthers. Like he'll put it on both sides.
He said 2 weeks
He'll do
ago.
a Troy D.
Yeah,
He'll do a
Troy
Troy
D
D.
arguing with himself.
Yeah, he'll argue with himself.
I try to be pretty consistent and at least tell you what I believe, even if it's boring and not hot take. So
He said 2 weeks ago that Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield having a quarterback battle means that Baker should retire at he's not even 30 yet.
well, doesn't he have a thing with Baker too?
He's first ballot Hall of Famer of Baker haters, but it's it's still come on.
Brett says next tailgate, soak fresh pineapple chunks in Malibu rum overnight and serve with sword toothpicks. Arg.
Mom did that with watermelon. Pretty good.
Ooh.
Yep.
I like a watermelon.
Yep.
Brett, thank you for the tip. Tailgating tips with Brett. New segment here
Coming
on
this
Pirate Radio
fall.
Live. Let's take us a break. When we return, Bryce will join us.
Dang.
Steve.
I also have an update. Did you see? Just moments ago.
See.
This popped up from Ross Dellinger.
Ross,
who is a college football
Where are you
writer for
from?
Yahoo Sports.
You from Boston, Charlie? Ross.
She did say
Ross.
She did say beauty by Medi Spa one time, so she might be from Boston.
Ross Dellinger.
Ross.
From Southie.
I'm going to Dorchester.
Come on, Shirley. You're from Farmville. His name's Ross.
Ross.
Oh, Ross. What old Ross say?
Dellinger.
What old Deli say?
According to sources, SMU is now in the conversation
Oh, no.
in terms of teams considering moving to the ACC. According to this
ACC.
Yes. For more than a year now, SMU has held various degrees of dialogue with several leagues in its pursuit to join a power league,
God.
including the Big 12, Pac-12, and ACC.
I'm so tired of this. This is so annoying. SMU
Where?
has no business.
Oh no! I love how
It's on our social media. We just put it up there.
Conversation in the ACC goes beyond Stanford and Cal. A third school, SMU, is in consideration.
Why?
You want to make Pirate fans go mad?
Oh my God, it's so annoying.
SMU to the ACC.
No business being there.
Holy moly. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Bryce Williams joins us, and we'll see
There will be anarchy.
Goodness gracious. Back with you after this.
I don't care what I say. I wanna go too far. I'll be your everything if you make me a star.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. It's summertime, and Jeff, you guys have a new car wash.
We do. We put in a brand new car wash just for the customer. So when you come in, get your vehicle serviced, we wash, dry, vacuum your car for free. It's state of the art, but free to the customer.
And this summer, you have an AC special.
It's summertime. Air conditioning units are breaking left and right. But guess what? At Brown & Wood, all summer, I have free diagnostics on all air conditioning issues. Only at Brown & Wood.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
It's hard to forget how hot it gets around here in the summer. Remember, the hotter it is outside, the harder your AC has to work to keep it cool inside. And the more energy it uses to keep you cool, the higher your utility bill will be. Your neighbors at GUC have tips to help you reduce your energy use, such as using fans to cool you down inside and cooking outside when you can in the summer. For more tips, go to GUC.com and look for ways to save.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Fifth Street Hardware and Tap Room is serving up the best lunch in town with a different special every day. Come sit on the patio and enjoy wonderful weather with lunch specials for only $9. Fifth Street Hardware and Tap Room is open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Thirsty? Stop in for a cold beer with over 40 taps to choose from. Fifth Street Hardware and Tap Room, next to the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, located in the old Professor O'Cool's location, has daily lunch specials from 11 to 5, including their famous $1 wing special Monday through Wednesday all day long. Coco's has entertainment every Tuesday with country western night and karaoke on Thursday starting at 8. Take advantage of their weekly fresh fruit margarita specials and be sure to try the best Philly ribeye steak rolls in town while you're at it. Coco's Sports Bar and Restaurant, Greenville's Diamond in the Rough. Check them out on Facebook for more information. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Sing this one with me. Freedom! Come on!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Oh, welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved at the home you want to purchase? Comes for sale today. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Buckethead.
You can.
Well, when? The whole time?
Not the whole time, but at least for 30 minutes.
Right, but when was Bryce out there?
When were you out there?
What time?
Saturday.
What time?
What time?
10:30.
Are we allowed out there at that time, Chandler? Who's right and who's wrong?
Bryce, you need to be out there between 9:30 and 10.
Who's out? Who was right and who was wrong?
I mean, you were, but
Thank you.
But you made it seem like we couldn't be out there at all.
Nope, didn't make it like that at all.
Put words in your mouth.
Yep. Bryce, Shirley, hit the music. Bryce Williams is here.
I saw the light, I was baptized.
Cut. We got a new song for Bryce. And I want to hear it.
We do.
We got the
Yes, we do.
We got the Bryce. We
got the acoustic version of this.
Cooper Greer featuring Broken Dumb.
That's right.
It should say Bryce Williams Walk Up Cooper Greer, something like that. Hit that. I'm holding on,
Hold
Shirley.
on just a second.
I'm holding. I'm putting me on hold.
Whoa!
You can give me the finger all you want. I just want to hear the song.
And the strum of the guitar.
I guess I could talk to Chandler more about what times we can be on the practice fields.
I know what times we can be on the practice field.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw the light. I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man.
Thank you,
How about Warn a chick next time.
Warn a chick. Not Warner Brother, but
You're
Warner
talking
chick.
about Jeff Hornacek?
Not Warner Brother, but
I was
Warner
thinking
chick.
Havlicek. Never mind.
Warner chick stole the ball.
Havlicek stole the ball.
Bryce, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, Bryce.
Hey.
All right, so you got insight we don't have. What did you see at practice? You better not tell us. They might not let you go back.
I know.
Don't be too specific.
What did you see?
Did you
Who
see
looked
any,
good?
any names,
A
numbers?
lot of energy.
A lot
Okay.
of. Hey, were they competing?
Who's the starting quarterback?
They were competing.
Wow.
You know, they were both running with the one, so it's hard to say.
At the same time?
At the same? Wait, so when you say we're having a 2-quarterback system, we're going to have 2 quarterbacks on the offense?
To see what's funny is the center just chooses on the fly who he snaps.
Michigan will never see it coming.
I want y'all to think about this. The first time a shotgun snap happened, I bet there were coaches, people like, what in the heck?
That
what are
is
they
so
doing out there?
stupid. What are they doing out there?
First time a team threw a forward pass. What is this?
going
This is
on?
not football.
Yeah, no.
First time a team went 3 wide. Oh God! What
My
are they,
goodness.
Satan? What is going on out
Hey,
here?
how about the bunch how about the bunch formation?
Bunch formation trips?
God,
You are tripping. Here's my point, Bryce. You line up. You got your center. You got 2 quarterbacks behind the center, and just what you said. Hampton Ergel decides who to snap it to each play. Defense will never know what's going on.
Quarterbacks don't even know if it's coming to them or not.
So you don't, and then you can still have.
Yeah.
So it's like your running back beside you. You can still have 4 wide, I guess, or a tight end and 3 wide, right?
Yeah.
I still firmly believe that if Patrick Mahomes played back with the Leatherheads, he would have been burned at the stake. Who is this guy? Who is this witch? Who's this alien? He does a flea flicker and everybody's freaking
Stop
out.
throwing the ball and hand it off.
Run the
Not
dang
only
ball.
is he throwing it forward, but he's throwing it behind his back. What in the world?
My point is, like, yeah, you get picked on when you are radical, when you have radical change, when you are an innovator. And 10, 20, 30 years from now, everybody will be running the 2 quarterback shotgun set.
I mean, isn't there some plays now where, like, the running back can be to the left or right hip of the quarterback and the ball can be snapped directly to the running
Oh,
back?
I love the direct snap in Madden.
Yeah.
In Madden?
Yeah.
What?
Madden?
You can do that. John, you can do that in Madden? Seriously?
Yeah, there's a quarterback, or either college. Is it college? There's one where it's a
I think
RB
it's in
direct
Madden.
snap.
I think it's in Madden.
Like,
way.
4 wide, quarterback, running back, and you go direct
It's
snap.
pretty sneaky. It's sneaky.
Using that to my
I got
advantage.
distracted on the TV. That Jonathan Jones guy.
Don't let us bother you.
On the television.
Sorry to
He
bother
had
you,
this-
Bryce.
Should we keep it down?
I thought that looked familiar. His logo on in the cup.
Yeah.
If they go back to him, that's where Zeke Bigger coaches, and I think is from.
Okay. Well, Jonathan Jones has some kind of North Carolina ties. He was with either News and Observer, RAL, or something.
Had to have been there because it was Ashbrook, a wave, and it's on the.
Speaking of Zeke Bigger,
Not that Jonathan Jones.
I know, but speaking of Zeke Bigger, Bryce, whenever you get a chance, you need to go to Joyner Library, which I'm sure you spent many a time in college.
Library.
A lot of time.
You need to go and check out the No Quarter ECU Football History Museum, and you will see a bunch of old helmets, and one of those helmets displayed is Zeke Bigger's black helmet with the crazy face mask.
Oh, yeah.
And it's even signed by Zeke.
Nice.
The one he took one to the house. Oh, man, that's a good eye there, Bryce.
We need Slim 80s on my
thing, right?
That's like one of
Is
those.
that
One of those like photos. You have to either pick what's different or what's wrong. Like you pick that out. That's back row stuff there. Hey, who's that bobblehead he's got? Just went off the screen.
Darn it. Yeah, Ashbrook.
Muggsy Bogues. Is that the helmet Zeke was wearing when he took a pick 6 to the house against the North Carolina Tar Heels?
Kurt.
The Tar Heels. Bryce, where are your helmets?
I got them.
You got them?
I got them.
Man, that's awesome.
You should have donated to the ECU History Museum.
They didn't ask me.
Do you have any NFL helmets?
I do not.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That stinks.
Did you steal anything from the NFL teams once you got cut?
I mean,
Shorts?
you know, here's what's funny.
You got too much morals.
Here's just to add to the love of the Panthers, right? So every team I've been with, you know, I've gotten to keep the gear, you know, my practice gear, the cleats, you know, whatever. Everything they gave me, I got
Gear, cleats, all the cool stuff. Okay.
like I got to keep
Yeah.
every bit of it.
It's yours.
Guess what the Panthers said? Hey, if you could just leave that stuff in your locker. I'm like, what? Of course, I was pissed off. I said, whatever. You know, just
what are they going to repurpose your cleats and your?
Yeah, like I didn't get to take any like the sweatshirt or shirts, like workout, nothing from the Panthers. So
what a terrible.
Screw the Panthers.
They're cursed. Screw the Panthers. You know, just another fun fact for them. By the way,
you're not mad at. Look, I apologize on behalf of the Panthers that they treated you.
Are
like
you speaking for the Panthers?
I am. As a Panther fan, I feel like I got to apologize to my man Bryce Williams.
But yeah, so I got to keep everything, but I don't wear them anymore. But I think Dad has them in the drawer.
I hope they didn't treat Zeke like that when he was a Panther for a short while.
I think it was good. I think he got treated good.
I like your story, Chandler, when you go to Panthers training camp and everybody's running off the field and everybody's like, Cam, look, Greg Olsen, oh my God,
Smitty, Thomas Davis.
And Chandler's over there.
I said, Zeke. He said, he was walking away, and I'm like looking for Zeke. I've been taking pictures of him all day. Cam's going by, Luke Kuechly. I mean, all the big guys. I mean, everybody's shouting for them. And I just go, amongst the shouting in the crowd, I go, Zeke Bigger! And he's just like walking, and he's like, somebody call my name. And I'm like, ECU, baby. And he came and took a picture with me and stuff. So, yeah. It was fun having him on the Panthers for a short while.
Yeah.
Got a sack in a preseason game.
Yeah.
Eric, I'll get to your question for Bryce when we go Pirate Radio Outdoors. Eric also says NCAA football game is coming back, baby.
Yep, saw that.
Next year, I believe.
Is it what? What's coming back?
The football
NCAA
game.
football.
NCAA football. Oh, the game.
EA Sports.
You
It's
were
in the game.
the last one was 14, right? So you were probably in a game. At least your number. Did you get paid for it? There was somewhere you could like sign and I think retroactively get paid maybe like $2 or something. You missed out on that.
I used to throw some touchdown passes to old Slim 80 in the hell.
Oh, yeah?
Like 14. Oh, yeah. Sure did. Sure did.
Jamie says 2 quarterbacks never work. Where's that worked well before? Michigan did it last year and went away from it. Well, A, Jamie, we were joking.
Sorry to
B, your source, you said that Alex Flynn's going to start all year because you have a source. Somehow your source knew that before they started fall camp. So you're going to be wrong anyway. And C, I just didn't like the tone of how you typed that.
Let's just read it again. 2 quarterbacks never work. Where has that worked well before?
I didn't like the tone.
Michigan did it last year and went away from it.
Yeah.
So we're going to hate on LeBron now? Get out of here.
Jamie, get out of here.
Get out of here, Jamie. No, just kidding, Jamie. Thanks for your
Jamie, come on back in.
Come on back in here, Jamie. Thanks for your loyalty to PR.
But let's up your comment game a little bit.
Come on, Jamie.
Okay?
Let's not get sour here.
Jamie says, it not over yet, buddy. Hey, let's fix your grammar, too, while we're at it, buddy.
Are you sure about that?
Buddy.
Are you sure about that?
And don't call me buddy, pal.
Yeah. Slugger.
Hey, Sport.
Yes.
Slim Pickens, bud. Slim Pickens.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Shirley, can we hit Mike Houston cut 4 from today where he talked about the quarterback play out at practice?
Well, we got 2 good ones. I think Mason the last 4 days has really elevated his play. I mean, he's playing with a ton of confidence. He had a great day today. Alex is doing good things also, but I think just Mason right now, the last several practices has really taken his performance exactly in the direction we hoped he would.
We might be. He's leaning on an answer there.
As far as naming a starter?
I think. I mean,
yeah.
It's still early, but not really. I mean, anything can change, but that sounded like to me leaning on an answer.
You got to stack those good days on good days, and it sounds like Mason's doing that.
It ain't what you did for me yesterday. It's what you've done for me today. So, yeah.
And Chandler, we were out there Saturday. Mike Houston said Mason had a good Friday and Saturday. This is the first time we've talked to him since then. Good to hear he continued that Monday, Tuesday. So 4 good days in a row from the quarterback. Did you see enough, Bryce, to see what they see in him or Alex Flynn? Did anything stand out to you about the QB?
I'm leaning a little more on what Coach Houston just said. What I noticed during the practice on Saturday. Yeah, I'll just keep it as vague as possible.
Okay, fine.
Well, I think it's
just as vague as possible.
Don't spout too much. But that's not it.
You have an educated opinion that others don't.
The true thing is, I mean, it is what it is. Facts are facts.
Yeah.
I mean, Mason was running with the ones, and then Alex would go in. If that's leaning.
So he was 1A.
1A. So
Jamie says, my source said Flynn played way better than Garcia in the spring.
Wait,
I said that here on the
And if Garcia starts, it's out of loyalty. Again, Jamie.
Hey, I've got a question.
What are they doing at fall
I said
camp?
that on this show. I was at the spring game.
Are we in spring or are we in fall camp right now?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I can sit here and confirm to you right now that Alex Flynn was the better quarterback at the spring game. There is no doubt about it. But that is the spring.
I get that you want to be right, and you're gonna, because I do this too.
They don't name the starting quarterback in the spring, Jamie.
Yeah, and I mean, Bryce just said it. What does that have to do with right now and the fall and leading up to this kickoff?
All right.
Look, when I get in arguments, if I'm wrong, I still try to find my way around so I'm not completely wrong.
All right.
And I get that's what you're going to do here when Alex Flynn's not the starting quarterback, but you're just going to be wrong. You're going to be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they base starting off of loyalty. I wouldn't think. I mean, that crazier things have happened, but I think they're more worried about performance rather than loyalty.
I know, but Jamie says Flynn's going to start, and if he doesn't, Bryce, he's not going to say because Garcia won the job in the fall. He's going to say, well, then they're just being loyal to the guy. That's what the lies we tell ourselves.
What they do in the mob and the Italians.
Speaking of the mob, Eric says Garcia has family loyalty. It's called the mob. He is Italian, according to that one fifth quarter caller.
No, I didn't get punched in the nose.
By the way, Mike Houston didn't get punched in the news.
He's got to heard news.
Eric says, Chandler, can you read Eric's YouTube response?
We'll make them a depth chart that they can't refuse.
Yeah. You try. Hey, look.
I didn't know if you wanted it in an Italian.
I did.
Can you do my Italian is all not there.
You want him Marlon Brando?
Yes.
I'm gonna make him a depth chart we can't refuse.
Thank you, Shirley. That's what I was looking for.
Like, come on, watch The Godfather once in a while, will you?
We'll make them a depth chart that they can't refuse.
Isaiah Winstead's dad is asking Bryce fishing questions. Hey, Michael Winstead, relax. We're talking football. We're talking a little football here.
Slow your roll. You're commenting like your son runs way too fast. Way too fast.
By the way,
slow it down.
I texted a little bit with Isaiah Winstead last night. Told him he was doing that. I love seeing these great reports about him.
I know.
And to keep up the good work.
Yeah, I saw him dancing or something.
That I didn't like. I don't like that the team's making him go out there and do these dances.
True, but I did see he was doing. Did y'all post it or somebody him working on the over the shoulder stuff? I saw a video of him working on over.
Yeah. We posted some stuff about him and that how he dominated his one-on-one yesterday at Niners camp.
Is there a video of that?
No, I saw a still photo.
Dang.
Yeah, I need to see some vids.
Eric on YouTube says, "How about an Italian Gus Johnson?" Spaghetti!
Mason Garcia
with
Mamma Mia
with the bread Merlot.
I like this kind of party.
Meatball down the sideline.
Jamie says, "Okay, so here's my question." Will both quarterbacks play in the Michigan game?
I will say yes.
Ooh.
I'm going,
I'm going yes.
I'm going no, only if one is not performing. They're not going to play both.
You can't see East Carolina being down 4 or 5, maybe even more touchdowns in the late third quarter, and then Alex Flynn.
Whoa. Are you talking to Bryce with that tone? Because if so, kudos to you.
Well,
were you talking to Bryce?
I was talking to anybody.
I think you were talking to him.
I was talking to Bryce.
Wow.
I got my arms crossed.
Hey,
I got my arms crossed and everything.
Unlike Chandler, I don't.
Are you telling me you can't see that?
I don't go ahead and picture ECU.
No, you look at me when you answer me. Yeah, I like this kind of me.
I'm a little bit different Pirate fan there, Chandler.
Yeah.
I don't go ahead already seeing us losing. So.
See? Bryce, I said that earlier, and they were like, well, blah, blah, blah. That's a student-athlete point of view. And I'm like, I don't see us losing.
Well, Bryce never picks
He never picks against East Carolina.
And I'm not.
As it should be.
My imagery does not think of ECU being down 3-4
Exactly.
touchdowns like yours is.
I mean, look, I wish I could sit there and think it, but it's the reality of things.
No, it's
fine.
not.
It's fine.
You know what's bad? That's a loser's mindset.
That's right. You're going into the game thinking you're losing.
Look, this is a current
We don't
student
want that.
athlete.
You've
Hey,
already
we don't
lost,
have
Chandler.
long snapper.
You've already
I
lost.
haven't lost anything.
Hey, we
No,
don't
you
want
sure
that
have,
long
because you're
snapper.
going in there being like, we're going to get our
We're
butts
gonna
kicked. You've
lose
already
anyways.
lost.
Hey, DB, would you want that long snapper snapping the ball?
It'd be a damn shame. It'd be a damn shame if that guy was on my team.
Easy. Bryce, that was the below the belt.
That was
Bang.
way below the belt, buddy.
Hey.
My shins broke. My shins broke.
Oh, shin. So,
forgive me, for I have shins.
So, Chandler's way of thinking negatively will have no impact on the game, just like Bryce's positive way of thinking will have zero impact on the game.
But if you go into it with a, hey, this is going to be a good game, we're going to win.
Doesn't
If
matter.
I am a football player on the
Whatever
team, that
I
is my
think doesn't
mindset.
matter.
I am a sports talk radio personality. I'm saying what it is. I'm stating the reality of things.
All right, well, when we win, you're not allowed to claim it as your win.
Exactly.
When we win, me and Bryce
celebrate.
when we win, when we win, me and Bryce are going to go out in the town and celebrate.
Yeah.
While you have to stay here and sleep in this office, and you are not allowed to celebrate the win.
I'm not going to be upset if we win.
Oh, but you're not going to be able to celebrate. You're not going to be able to be happy because you claim that we lost a month before the game was played.
Right.
Chandler, I'm with you, man. These guys are athletes. They have to think this way.
I
And
know,
I'm glad.
I
I'm
understand
glad
that.
you think this way.
And I understand that that means a lot coming from you, who's currently on the football team, and you who used
Yeah, I play football. You're right.
I know, currently on the baseball team. I'm sorry, currently on the baseball team, and then a former football player who had that mindset no matter who you played. I understand where you guys are coming from.
Danny, you don't think the Red Sox are going to win every game?
I'm not. No.
Okay. Well, that's the same damn thing.
No, it's not.
How?
Because I'm not a member of the Red Sox. I'm an ECU Pirate.
Right.
And you are too.
And I am too.
And you are too.
You're talking about an athletics event.
I've worn the colors. We're going to win. We're going to beat Michigan.
So what happens
Book it.
when they don't? Do we get to call you an idiot?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll eat it.
I disagree with that too.
Chandler, to answer your question about the quarterbacks, one quarterback will play that game. Unless they go into it saying that we will be playing one quarterback will play no matter the score.
I think so.
No matter the score.
No matter the
They
score.
could be down by 63.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm going.
One quarterback's
I'm going
playing.
DB.
One quarterback is playing that entire game. Unless they go into it, unless the week before Coach Houston goes, we haven't decided yet. We're going to use it as, like, I guess, lack of a better phrase, a tryout to decide who's the quarterback going forward. One quarterback will play if they name a starter.
Oh, we're going to have a quarterback. We're going to have a quarterback.
Well, they're going to compete.
That's a Mike Houston reference. I don't know. I find that hard to agree
We
with.
need a poll. Who thinks
You also find it hard to believe that we're going to win. Fake fan.
Faker.
No, I'm not going to allow that.
Slander.
That's like
I'm a real
So
fan.
if I sit up here,
I bleed purple and gold.
you do.
if I sit up here and say ECU is going to win every game, go 12-0, I'm picking.
That's an awesome attitude.
That's not what I believe, though. Would you rather me be phony or like sincere?
There's a fine line. You just got to walk it. You
Like
can
Johnny
believe
Cash.
whatever you want.
Thank you.
But, well, yeah. You're welcome. But at the same time, you got to say, hey, we're going into this game and we're going to go to the big house and we're going to do it App did and win.
Will this make you feel better? I say we beat Marshall the next week and go 1-1 going to App State.
Sure. But I'd rather be 2-0, and I think that's what's going to happen.
all would.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I cannot wait. If we win, I'm going to come on the 5th. I'll even call it if you'd like it. But I will barge into this studio and tell both of you. I'll even bring Bryce that we told you so.
Great. That would be awesome.
You know what?
I would love for that to happen.
And you can't smile.
And if they
you
lose
can't
by,
smile, you can't be happy.
happens.
No.
And if they lose by 40, I'm not going to do this. But I guess in the same case,
which is fine.
we would call you and say, Danny,
totally
you are
fine.
a complete moron.
Which is totally
They
fine.
got blown out by Michigan
It's
today.
fine. That is fine.
Okay,
but I would
everything's
rather,
fine.
because that is what's supposed to happen. That's what everybody thinks is going to happen. But when we win, I don't know who's with me on this besides me and Bryce, but
Yeah.
we're going to win. Book
Okay,
it.
good.
34-31 final. Book it.
All right, Danny's score
In the big
is
house.
already in.
He's in.
Here's what I wanted to do today, but we've gotten so off track. I wanted to do what are you willing to do for an ECU win? So let's take a break and talk about that. What would you give up? I'd go pretty far as long as everybody else is in with me. But we'll talk about what we would give up, like our hair, or a finger, a pinky. Like, what would you be willing to do for ECU to win at Michigan? We'll discuss that and more when we return.
Oh, man.
Wild show today. Back with you after this.
Heaven knows I was just a young boy.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting Pirates.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of eastern North Carolina.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com. Have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. This year's schedule features the return of daily themes including Tribute Tuesday, Winning and Wind Down Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Mother Earth Friday, Pepsi Saturday, and Dogs and Dogs Day. Make sure to follow the Down East Wood Ducks on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook so you don't miss anything. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Plumbing, Viva Electric, and Roland Black Heating and Cooling have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. For plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services, go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, I'm going to answer Bryce's question he just asked. Is Chris Hogan still in the league? I'm going to say no.
No.
I'm going to say he hasn't played since 2020.
No, he was 2021, I believe. He's playing lacrosse now.
That voice you hear is Danny Beal.
He's back again playing lacrosse.
He played, well, did he play in 21? He did. He played 5 games, Danny.
Yep. Sure
New Orleans?
He had 4 catches in 2021.
Last year with the Pats was 19 or 20, I believe.
Danny, you are way off. 18.
Super Bowl year. Beat the Rams. The worst Super Bowl of all time.
The Rams.
Yeah.
Did you, were you on a team with him?
Were you really? That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. He was good.
Did you know Bryce was a former Patriot-ish?
Defined Patriot-ish.
He is a former teammate of Tom Brady.
He played.
He did say my shirt was pretty cool at that break.
Played in preseason.
OTAs, training camp, preseason, all that jazz.
Bryce, you're my new favorite player. I need to get a shirt like this with your.
What do you think of his shirt today?
He liked it over break.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's interesting because I've seen it. So.
I don't know. Cool.
What's your favorite Tom Brady face? Do you when you
He
think
did say he liked the baseball bat one.
Tom? You said he was pretty cool, right? For how
he was pretty cool,
famous and good he was.
Yeah.
He was pretty down to earth.
It was pretty cool. It was cool to hear him speak during film and stuff. Just to see him analyze it. And I'm gonna do that.
I have a question for Danny. What is your favorite Tom Brady moment in his 20-some year career?
This sounds bad. There's too many to pick from. I'll give you an underrated one. So I'm in 6th grade. They are playing the Saints at home, and it is right before game 6. It's either game 2 or 6 of the World Series. The Red Sox playing the Cardinals. Tom Brady throws a touchdown to the back of the end zone with like 4 seconds left on a last-second game-winning drive to Kimbrell Tompkins. Later that night,
what a name!
Later that night, the Red Sox beat the Cardinals. I can't remember for the life of me. I cannot remember if it was game 2 or game 6. But my dad and I had a blast that night just because of the fact that it was on Fox. It was the 4:25, like America's Game of the Week game. They win on a last-second drive, then the Red Sox go and do what they do. Joe Buck actually drove from Gillette to Fenway in between games to call the game with, I believe it was Tim McCarver at that point. So, but that's one of my favorite moments.
Where's McCarver? Where's McCarver?
Deion Sanders. I love a good crossover. Had a chance to have one of those. Remember the weather delay game, ECU at Houston, Chandler? Same night the Braves finished off the Dodgers to win the NLCS, and we had to stay here late, and unfortunately ECU lost in overtime in that game.
Yes.
Fumble.
Yes.
And OT. Ryan Jones? No?
Yes.
Ryan Jones, I believe.
Got stripped. Yep.
Ryan Jones. But there's been some other moments. There was like a Sunday night. I want to say ECU maybe had a bowl game, and the Redskins beat the Vikings in like a big game late in the year. I love a good two-sport, crossover event. Jamie says my favorite Tom Brady moment is when he was deflating footballs.
Hey, what happened in the Super Bowl that year, Jamie?
Eric says I'd give up Chandler's left testicle for a win at Michigan.
I'd give up his right.
What would you give up? What would you give? What would you sacrifice for an ECU victory in Ann Arbor? I think this is very
Well, it's the easiest answer, and Bryce will agree with me. We don't have to sacrifice anything because we're going to Ann Arbor and beating him on September 2nd.
Okay, well, cut your mic off and stay out of the conversation then. Chandler.
I would let Mike Tyson bite my ear off.
Wow. Dang. Wow.
Now, you say...
Not my whole ear, but part of my ear.
He got the top of Holyfield, right?
Yeah, he just got the top. Like
So
I would
you
let
let
him.
him get
I
the
would let
lobe?
him bite
The lobe?
my ear like he did Holyfield.
The lobe.
Would you let him take a lobe?
I would let him loan a lobe.
I mean, I'm being serious though. I would, and again, is this even a big deal? But like, shave my head, eyebrows, like everything.
Would you let me give you a haircut if it meant we won?
100%. I'll do whatever to my head and not wear a hat.
You know what a funny one is? You remember when Mike and Mike did that thing with Kim Kardashian where they greased themselves up and reenacted that picture? It was years ago, probably 2016.
Wait, what? Who?
Mike and Mike. Old ESPN Radio. Mike
Okay.
Golick had, I think they had a bet, but it was an old Kim Kardashian picture where he greased himself up and was butt naked, taking a picture. You'll see it you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Hopefully, but he literally had to take a picture because he lost a bet.
Was it Golick?
Yep. And I know this is bad radio, but if you see that, and would you take that picture if it meant we won?
I'll do. Yeah, sure.
You would?
Look, I'm all in the name of funny and humor anyway.
That would be. That'd have to be your new profile picture on Twitter.
My wife and daughter will be very.
Can I take a gander at that right quick?
I already took it off.
Well, hey, do you guys know? All right.
So Jansen said he would get a state logo branded on his backside.
Oh,
like that's commitment right there.
Commitment and permanent.
Sure is.
I would get Clip's face on my right butt cheek.
It's two little butt cheeks.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, so you know how you always try to get me to get a mustache during Mustache March.
Yeah.
If ECU beats Michigan, I will don a mustache all the way until the end of March.
That's
why March?
Thank you, but that's not
That's
even
not
that big of
football
a
season,
sacrifice.
We're gonna need more out of you.
Yeah,
you gotta prove yourself to me and DB.
Hey, you know what? I'll pierce my tongue.
Okay.
I'll pierce my tongue.
We need more than that. You're a fake fan. We need more than that.
Yeah. What are you really willing to give up?
Steve is going to give up his treasure chest prize and all his Pirate Radio Live
I'm
prize.
thinking something crazy like jumping out of a plane or something, like skydiving. You skydiving would be funny.
Wow.
I'm not going to do that.
Bungee jump.
I'd be cool with a shaved
Bungee
head.
jump.
Yeah, yourself?
Him.
Oh, him. Would you shave that big old giant head of yours?
A Pirate Radio Live.
I mean, that's a commitment. Yeah, I'll do it.
Pirate Radio Live full body wax in studio for Chandler if we win.
See, I was thinking full body wax too, but like, I just feel bad for the person that had to wax me. Like, that's just gross.
I think if you buzz your hair,
It's an unforgiving job.
Say what?
The person that has to wax you's like rooting for Michigan as hard as they can. They're like, please.
We'll do it live on the fifth quarter.
Oh God,
Steve, I'm not going to read that.
Jamie says I would pay $500. I would pay $500 to Chandler explicitly for a girlfriend for the night for him if ECU wins.
One of those Paul Pierce girls.
One of the Paul Pierce girls.
I'm trying to think.
John would give up sesame chicken Chinese takeout for a year. That's a pretty big.
wow, that's pretty big.
Skydive at Tradewind Sky Sports in Little Washington. No free ads, Tyler. We need to take another
Chandler would have to have an at bat off Gavin. We could. That would be funny.
I've actually
You know what? I'll wear one off of Gavin.
Just
I would let him
Happy
beat me in the
Gilmore.
back.
Happy Gilmore.
I would let Gavin
Happy
beat me in the
Gilmore.
back.
Happy
how
Gilmore.
about Danny?
Oh, just
No,
right
I don't throw hard
chest,
enough. Let Trey do it. Trey Savage, 98 to the spine. Live on video. Like a live, literally, let's get a live
Trey
stream.
Savage?
I don't throw hard enough, so it'd have to be either Trey or Gavin.
Let's get Gavin. I would take Gavin 100 miles per hour.
I mean, Trey might be a little easier to get, but either one.
It's probably just as hard, too. Might hurt a little bit more. A little more oomph behind it.
That would be cool.
Live stream Chandler getting drilled in the back, like right around Christmas. Right before the bowl game.
Can I just get hit in the side or something?
No, right in the spine.
What if it hits the wrong part of my spine?
Yeah, see ya.
That's what you're willing to give up for a Pirate win.
How bad do you want it?
Like,
that you're risking possible paralysis?
I could be paralyzed for the rest of my life, and they're going to say, "Oh, what happened? Did you dive in a pool? Did you get in a car accident?" I'm going to say, "No, I lost a bet. ECU beat Michigan, and my price is to be paralyzed for the rest of my life."
Yeah, and you proved yourself to DB. You're not a fake fan.
Y'all would finally believe in Chandler as a real fan.
Me and Bryce are on the same page today. I tell you what.
Yeah, if I could take one on the butt cheek, I would agree to that. But that spine, that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, that's
just, fine. That's risky. Just the back.
It'll just knock the wind out of you for a hot second.
It would.
Let's take a break. Let's make somebody a winner.
Oh.
A wiener.
A wiener?
I'm going to
give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Wow, Pirate Radio, gonna be awesome.
First of all, you can't get a Pirate Radio tattoo because I own the only one.
Why can't anybody else get it, though?
One of one.
Because I earned it.
Copyrighted.
Charles says Danny Beal for president. John says stand firm, DB.
That's right.
Stand firm.
Robert says DB is looking at this Michigan game through Moylan glasses. And he did a laughing emoji.
Ouch.
He laughed at himself.
That one stinks.
All right, what are we giving away?
How about a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's?
Chico's. What caller?
7.
Man, I don't want this show to end, but it has to at some point. We'll be back with more after this.
The legendary Winterville Watermelon Festival is coming up August 24th through the 27th, presented by the Town of Winterville, WITN, WRNS, and Food Line. The festival will feature activities the whole family can enjoy, including amusement rides, food and commercial vendors, a beer garden on Saturday night, and much more. There will also be a watermelon eating contest and live music performances throughout the weekend. This year's Saturday Night Watermelon Jam concert features the Marshall Tucker Band. Get your concert tickets and all the other information at watermelonfest.com. That's watermelonfest.com. You won't want to miss it.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
And then it was 2 seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Nation, join the Pirate Water Team Thursday, August 17th at Still Life in downtown Greenville. DJ D-Rock with Old Row and Barstool Events will be on site, along with free sampling and giveaways from Pirate Water.
We're going plankton!
21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate?
This is a great time to shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Hi, it's Russell, and we have a lot going on at the store. All of our women's summer merchandise is now 1/2 price. All of our summer men's apparel is reduced 30 to 50%. This is a great time to save big and get a preview of fall. Selection and sizes are still good. Football season is fast approaching, and we want to be your clothing source for game day, so keep us in mind. It's all about you, our pirate-loving friends at Russell's in downtown Washington. The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV is adding a new early morning flight starting in September. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. And now a new early morning flight. PGV, where the pirates fly.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
This is ECU Assistant Football Coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Oh, I heard you cry aloud all the way across town. You've been searching for that sound.
What's that man doing? You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
I don't know what that bear was doing. Anyway, do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And congratulations to Josh Lilly of Greenville. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Now back to you, Clip.
All right, the Vikings will wear a special patch honoring Bud Grant, their regular season opener against the Bucks. And it is pretty cool. It's just a simple white patch with Bud in a signature in purple. Looks good.
Yeah.
That'll look good on the Vikings unis when they play their opener. All right, fun show today. By the way, Tyler says DB equals dumpster baby per It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. When we say DB, we mean Danny Beal, a.k.a. Intern Dan, a.k.a. Stash. We need to go Pirate Radio Outdoors. I got 2 questions to kick it off, Bryce.
What we got?
We got, oh boy, I got to find them. Bad management by me.
Michael Winstead has one.
Yeah, do you got it ready? Okay. Bryce, do you do any freshwater fishing like crappie and bass fishing?
Man, that was where it all started when I was back in Davidson County. All that, heck, I would tear up some ponds, lakes, catfishing, but now I bet I haven't done freshwater fishing, well, one, since I moved here, probably moved here. Probably since like 2013.
Man.
Last time I freshwater fished, me and Jake, like at the wakeboarding ponds near Bradford Creek. That was actually fun. We did that during the summer after everything on the evenings. It was actually a really good time. So, have not done freshwater fishing in a long time. But hey, don't get me wrong. If the opportunity comes, I'll do it.
All right. Eric says on YouTube, or ask on YouTube, if Bryce was hangry and stuck in a tree stand, which one of these would he choose? Vienna sausages, cold beanie weenies, or cold Chef Boyardee?
Probably Vieners.
Wow.
I love a good Viener sausage.
Vieners are good. Yep. Or potted meat and nabs. Yes, sir.
Pack of nabs with a Pepsi Cola.
I don't do the soft drink, but I do the potted meat and the square nab.
Oh, yeah.
Scoop it.
Scoop it.
It's good.
Bryce, you do any fishing last weekend?
Man, I went to a wedding. I did upgrade the boat, the old transducer. For those of you who don't know, are kind of like your depth finder and all that stuff. I wasn't reading right last time I went fishing, so turns out the old one was cracked and just messed up, not reading right, so I ended up installing a new transducer. which typically mounting it's not the problem. It's running the wire through all my rigging tube from the back all the way to the front to the console, which is not fun at all because I got about 100 other things running through there. But I eventually got it with perseverance. And it was good. So updated transducer. I've not got to test it yet, but I'll be ready to.
Good stuff.
Test it.
This is great by Redbeard. How about this, DB and Bryce? If the Pirates beat Michigan, Chandler can't talk for the entire week on air after the game until the next pregame tailgate. I'll go a step further. Can't do social media either or appear in videos. You can't.
You got to go off the
You
grid.
just go off the grid.
Take a week off?
No, you're still here.
No.
You're still doing sales?
No, well, yeah, I've got my
You're
sales.
producing?
You have to sit in that chair and not say a word.
We get to
So
throw
you could be
tomatoes at
on-
you.
Do y'all want me on camera or not?
You have to be on
As long
camera,
as you're quiet,
but you have to be silent.
it can be a regular week for you. But all those thoughts you have, everything you want to say about
chiming
your team you've loved since birth,
Me and
pulling
Bryce
the biggest
would
upset
lay
in college
into
football
you,
history,
buddy.
you can't
You
talk
being
about
a
it.
former long
You can't
snapper,
say anything.
none of that.
Me and Bryce would lay into you.
And we're gonna bring up all the stuff from the game and how awesome it was. You can't say anything.
And I'm just going to go.
And you can't tweet about it. You can't Facebook.
Yeah.
You can't appear on any videos. Nothing.
I get Shirley to clip all the times you said we were going to lose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Be a good one.
That is really good, Redbeard.
All right.
I think
You know
this-
what? Let's go ahead and do it now. Deal. I'll shake hands with everybody in here.
Chandler, we still love you.
I want to shake your hand.
I want to shake your hand.
Shirley, we got to take another break.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. We'll be back to wrap it up when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after these words.
Well, I heard you crying
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McLaughlin, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey Miles, isn't it amazing to think our family has been distributing soft drinks since 1923?
It certainly is, Landon, and with that comes a lot of change. But what hasn't changed is our dedication and commitment to our customers. I'm Miles Minges.
And I'm Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. Our family has taken great pride in refreshing our neighbors, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over a century. From our family to yours, we say thank you and are honored to be a part of this wonderful community.
Here's to 100 as we celebrate our employees and our customers all over Eastern North Carolina. From generations before us and to future generations.
Cheers to the next 100 years. Cheers to the next.
Skip the cooking this week and liven up your gathering with catering from Jimmy John's. Choose from a variety of mouth-watering Jimmy John's specialties, including box lunches, tasty sides, 18 or 30-piece party boxes, or 12 packs of mini Jimmys, made to order on fresh-baked bread with hand-sliced meats and fresh veggies. Pick it up or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit.
Jimmy John's, with 3 locations in Greenville. Order online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 158 points and closed at 35,314. NASDAQ was down 110 at 13,884. S&P was down 19 at 4,499. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, wrapping it up with Bryce Williams on a Tuesday. Fun show, Bryce.
Yes, it was.
You and Danny Beal are true pirates.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it.
You know what I love about you two? You're a bird.
I was waiting for it.
You're a bird.
You're a bird.
Bleed purple and gold, baby.
You might want to get that checked out by a doctor.
No. I think I'm just right where I need to be.
All right, DB, great stuff today, buddy. No Joey, no Micah, but all we need
had to carry the load
is a righty to go the distance. Shirley Rhodes, fine work as always. We'll talk to you Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Bryce, enjoyed it, man. It's a fun hour.
Sure, yes, it was.
And Chan, man, I'm going to say this.
We love you.
You keep being you. Because that's all you need to be.
You be you.
And you ain't got to worry about that. Because I'm going to be me. Because I love me some me.
All right. We will talk to you Wednesday, 3 o'clock. All new edition. Hey, shout out to you folks on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Tweeters and all that for hanging out with us on this Tuesday. Back with you Wednesday at 3 on Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.